I imagine that's gonna hurt your back
Actually,
after
I
some.
feel as if this is better for my back.
Or yeah. No, yeah, that's yeah, not your back. For me, it's like maybe the back of the head, for me at least.
Oh no, I'm lying on my stomach.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I'm originally back to confused about your back now, because I usually if I lay on the floor, I usually lay on my back to straighten out my back.
No, I have a pillow underneath my rib cage, so I'm just kind of vibing a little bit. But
Uh,
it means that my spine isn't crooked to one side. Hi, Andy.
mm.
Andy, can you hear us?
I think so. Can you guys hear me?
Well, trying to turn up your volume.
Yay, I think. Hopefully this works.
I can hear you. You're at 180% now.
Uh, Ty, was that a picture you sent of yourself in your younger years in one of the chats? Whoa, that's how old I am. Whoa.
Oh. Was that you hurling because I'm so disgusting?
Jesus. Is that a full gamer headset right there?
Yes, the full $5 gamer headset from 5.0.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I want
Y-
headphones so badly, but I hate them so much.
What? Oh, yeah, it is. This is okay. This room was my cousin's when my aunt owned this house, and he loved the Miami Dolphins, so they painted the room Miami Dolphin green. And then my family moved in here, and my sister got this room, and she did not want it to be Miami Dolphin green, so instead it was turquoise, quote unquote. And she put like the fancy hippie wallpaper on there. Then my mom moved into this room later on, and then she moved out, and then I moved in, and then I moved out, and then she moved in, and then she moved out, and
Oh
now
my
I'm
god.
in this room again.
Mhm.
Yep, yep. Pretty much same, honestly, yeah.
I think my brother and I switched when I was like 6, and I haven't changed ever again.
Uh, yeah, I had the master bedroom for a while just because I'm really long, and so my argument was I need the long bed. But then my mom won out over that argument with the argument of I need the bathroom in the middle of the night, and the master bedroom is the only one that has a bathroom in it. So oh, right, yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what's crazy? My niece is going
Me
into pre-K this
too.
year.
Oh, hi, Katie.
Oh, I said me too to the your sister being a junior. Oh, also that's so cute. To what Andy said.
Oh. Yeah, she's 4 now. She's gonna be 5 in January. It's crazy.
Whoa.
um, is she going in person to the pre-K?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it'll depend on. I mean, after Cuomo gives his speech or whatever. But the hard thing is that my sister is a teacher. She's a music teacher, and she goes back to her school, um, like in the middle of August, like around the same time that we start moving in. She's got her high school is already starting. Um,
Mhm.
and so she doesn't, unfortunately, the pre-K doesn't start until September. So she's got like 2 weeks where they have to like pay for an entire month of daycare to have Lily go to
Ooh.
daycare because she doesn't have anywhere else to go because dad will be working and mom will be working.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's hard.
They tried to get my mom to just like come up to Buffalo for 2 weeks.
The only productive thing that I've done today is join a Rayquaza raid in Pokemon Go. Shout out to the random dude I met in the Starbucks for inviting me to a remote raid.
Nice.
What? How did that happen exactly? Was that just like a conversation that just happened out of nowhere, or like an invite,
Oh,
or?
making friends with a random dude I met in a Starbucks. That's just me going, "Oh, are you playing Pokemon Go too? Also, Team Instinct," because
Uh,
I've forced myself through years to become an extrovert for the most part, and I just
And see, that's where they simp though. You can't give them the room to
but
simp.
he's not active.
You can't.
Jerk.
You can't give them the simping room. You got to be careful. Like if that was Katie, Katie would just be like, "Send feet pics, please."
See, the nice thing about giving out your
What?
Pokemon Go
Excuse me.
thing is nobody can ask you for feet pics over Pokemon Go.
Oh.
they'll find a way.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
They'll no what they do. They send you a Pikachu and it says send feet pics, and then the next Pikachu says if you want.
Soon they'll let you like take a picture, and that can be a sticker that you can add to a gift. So then that gift can have a picture of whatever you want to do.
Right, right.
And it's a penis. Whoops.
They
Have
send
fun
you a
with it.
As
they
long
send
as
you a
they keep
Pokemon
sending
with its
you,
name
I don't
being a link that you can type in to the photo.
Oh.
Oh, it's a
You want a
link. You're
Diglett?
right. You want a Diglett? Diglett? I think I stole Nick's joke, but
Nah, you're good. You're good. You added to it with Diglett, so
also I don't know if you guys have seen the stream yet, but you should all look at it really quick because it's perfect.
I saw
What's it
that.
called? The problem.
No, you gotta watch it. You gotta open it and watch it for 2 seconds. Watch the background because I made it a GIF.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Let's use.
A quick question. Do you know how to set up a Venmo account?
that is quite the gift.
Oh, I was laughing at just Claire's back. Do you know how to set up a Venmo account?
Me too.
You're my dad. My dad just
I'm
walked
sorry.
how to set up a Venmo. I'm like, no, I don't.
Oh, I can help your dad.
Good.
Give him the phone. Give me the phone.
What's happening in this
Hold on
picture?
a second.
Oh my god.
No, wait, no, I'm shy.
I was about to say he will take that suggestion seriously.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
My dad will
I'm
make
just-
conversation with literally any person. Oh no.
Oh
we
no,
lost-
Katie. I accidentally clicked it. I was trying to change your volume and I instantly double clicked, which just disconnected you.
Mhm.
I mean
Why
it.
are you trying to make me quieter?
Oh.
Just
No.
mute me. Just mute
I was
me.
trying to turn you
It's
up because you're
okay.
soft.
It's okay. Just mute me.
All right, I will. There you go. You're
Oh,
muted.
no. No, don't do this to me. There we go.
No, thank you. I am trying to eat, so please.
Can we be glad that the concept art for the first Star Wars movies, like the original trilogy, were never like actually really used?
I didn't want to have super like
I don't.
70s.
I don't want
Uh,
He-Man, Han Solo, or Luke Skywalker, or whoever that is. He,
Listen, all I'm saying is 70s fantasy cover, fantasy book cover does
Wow.
hit
it
different
really is.
sometimes.
It really is that.
Well, the actual concept art didn't look like that. I can send a few pieces that I think is just beautiful in the visuals chat
Oh
here.
yeah,
Because I
I
just
think
saved
like
some today. This shit
I
looks
was
like
looking at
art they'd
some.
do today. Like I'm sending it right now. That's not He-Man. That's just. I mean,
No, the
ignore the
one at the
Chewbacca
bottom.
concept.
Hmm. I mean the like bottom left. Like there is one that Scott sent in the D&D memes where it's like pencil sketch, and it shows
Oh yeah.
one of this Luke Skywalker looking guy wearing a harness, but doesn't look like a shirt underneath, so it's like a twink, a He-Man,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
and it's just like no, just
They
Yeah,
call him
yeah.
just no.
They call him Tweeman.
Yeah.
Also, the concept art for
Yes.
Chewbacca is what Lasats are now. They took the images and made them into
Yeah.
Lasats later.
Mm.
A
Yeah.
lot a lot of the old concept art was used in comics and modern stuff to make races because they'd go to George Lucas and be like, "Hey, do you have any material that we can use for new races? Because we want to use stuff that's from you, but we also make our own new stuff." And he's just like, "Oh yeah, here, just fucking throw drawings at people," because they gave him fucking $3 billion for the industry. And anyone that says George Lucas gets upset over things. He's got $3 billion to wipe his tears off every single day. He doesn't care.
Right.
He doesn't anymore. That man is just
Also,
owned by money.
I think that for R2 on the most bottom picture, bottom
Yeah.
right, looks a little bit like uh
Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
I was
Claire,
actually
that
gonna
was
say
entirely wrong, but yes.
Primal
Oh,
reaction.
the eye. The eye, actually, yes. The eyeball on the top left.
Actually, I can see it. I can
Yeah.
actually see it.
sure.
And then, oh
And
no, no,
then
he also looks like Undertale. Look at the other eye. The other eye looks like Sans Undertale's eye.
Gosh. It's a
of the
hybrid of them.
what's the droid's name in Rebels? What's his face?
Oh, fuck. I wouldn't.
Droid, Chopper,
Uh,
Chopper.
Chopper, yeah.
Chopper.
That
He
is
reminds me of
Chopper's arm.
Chopper a
That
bit.
is
With
Chopper's
like
arm,
yeah,
yeah.
the arm
Like
and the
I
little
said,
like disc thing on top.
the newer shows, Rebels, literally use most of their concept stuff from the old concept art because the Lasat and Chopper model came from this picture. Like those two
Yeah.
races specific, that race and that droid like setup came from this. And also that droid, old C-3PO was based off of Metropolis, which is an old German silent film,
Oh, right, 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 right.
which is also just the trippiest shit.
The old C3PO almost looks kind of like the infiltrator droids too.
hmm
Yeah.
Luke was Leia originally. So Luke was a
What?
girl, and the character's name was Leia, and Luke was going to be a prince from Alderaan. They like swip flopped them, but then the people
Right.
that were helping produce were just like Luke, or they were just like, Boyo, you can't have a female lead. That's not gonna fly. The film's not gonna succeed. And he was
That's
just
too
like,
progressive for this day and age.
yeah,
that's rude.
yeah. So they just told him, and he was like, "Ah, okay, well."
But you know what? They're probably right.
And that
Yeah.
Han
And now look
Solo,
at what Disney
that
did.
was
We have a
also
female lead.
that was also Han Solo, is that guy on the left and the bottom. He was much
Oh.
older,
Oh.
and all of the people use swords, including like stormtroopers, would have lightsabers.
Right, right.
Hmm.
Stormtroopers also used riot shields, but we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that.
You know, I wish that they would have had vibra weapons. I wish they had thought of that and included vibra weapons in the any of the movies because they just work really well. I
Yeah.
feel like in the universe.
Oh yeah. Or what about this? What are the ones we were shitting on the other day? Cyber weapons? I think me and Chris were bitching on. Tack blades. So stupid. That's like having a keyblade. If a player ever
What?
joins my campaign and makes a keyblade, I'm gonna kick them out.
In
Wow.
what? In Dragon
Anything.
Age?
Anything.
Oh, can I make it in Dragon Age? Can I make it?
Katie, I will literally kick you from the server.
How do you make one? How do you make one?
You don't.
Oh, I
You
need
be a
to know how.
weeb and you like Disney,
Oh,
so you
I
just
don't
gotta
know
do
what
that.
they are.
And then there you go.
Isn't that some like Kingdom Hearts
Okay.
shit? I'm waiting to get kicked for that.
It
that...
is.
Mm,
Okay,
I
good.
think.
I like how Claire is with some things. I have purposely made sure I would not care about Kingdom Hearts ever in my life.
I know Brett likes Kingdom Hearts, so I'm like,
I-
that's a thing.
That
Yeah,
and
Katie?
Homestruck.
Is this it? Is this it?
All
Is this
right.
what it is?
Well, it's gonna get just bloop.
What's Homestruck?
You
Immediate-
make
I don't
those
know.
in
Homestuck.
Star Wars?
Homestuck is a bunch
Homestuck.
of trolls, and they reproduce, and I don't know. That's all I know. That's all I've been told.
I'll just
Been
look
Why are you,
this up.
why are you deleting?
Chris, if you're watching this stream, we're talking about Homestuck and we need information. Join.
Oh, it's a comic.
Yeah.
N-
Oh, yeah, no. I know so much about Homestuck, and yet I know literally nothing because I've had an internet
tale-
friend since like 2015 who's a huge Homestuck fan, and
There's a
I've known
key.
nothing. What?
Oh, that's Hive. That's not even the same. Google. This is a one-time you failed.
Stop sharing these things in my server.
There's a link to a Homestuck
Katie,
page,
stop
but
it.
it's called Hive Swap. So
Yeah.
they just I don't know what they did with that.
Oh no!
Katie,
Don't kick Katie.
stop it. I'll kick you. I mean it. Actual kick.
Don't do that.
I'm highlighting the button right now.
No.
Do not ask me about Keyblade. No, don't make me do it, because then you won't come back, and then I'll have to remake the campaign.
Yep, I was waiting to hear that last.
No.
I'll remake the campaign, and I'll call it Katie, D&D with no Katie.
No.
Stop it, you two. I'll kick off. Why is this? What is this? That's not a Keyblade. That's not a Keyblade.
I think I spelled it wrong because that's all none of the keyblades came up, and that's all that came up. So I had to share it. I don't know.
That's Blades of
I don't
Glory,
know.
you gopher. Stop it!
I don't know what I'm spelling wrong here. I don't understand.
I feel bad for the people who might be listening.
Stop it!
Just wondering what the fuck is going on.
So do I examine the room in Homestuck? Do I do that, gang? What do you think I should do?
Don't get
Okay.
into Homestuck.
Don't get into Homestuck, Andrew.
So my name
Because
is
then you'll
Duck.
have to cosplay. No, no.
No.
Then you'll have to cosplay Homestuck. Have you seen Homestuck?
I'm looking at it right now.
Stop.
This is.
It's a life ruiner.
It's this. You want to look like this, Andrew? You want to look like this? It's like Nick with horns. You don't do that to yourself.
That's Homestuck?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm looking at.
Was I just? Oh,
You
that
were
was really
brutally,
dull.
brutally
It looks
roasted.
very different.
You were
He has
brutally
a
roasted.
CD
I was
power
really
like a champ.
fucking just fucking sniper shot.
I like they didn't even say anything. You were just quiet. Look at it. You're telling me that doesn't look like Nick if Nick had more of a
I'm in
trench
my
coat?
spirit right now. I'm not even in my body. I'm seeing it dead on the ground.
Oh, wait a minute. I could see that little fella being looking like Nick a bit.
That looks like Nick.
I've seen it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, damn.
Like
that,
Nick?
That's Nick.
damn. I really got hit there.
Does he have a tail?
I don't know if it's an insult, but
No, that's a
I don't
chain.
know, I
That's a
just got-
chain.
I got
mean-
hit.
It's a chain.
He dresses like him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the blue tail is about. Though.
No,
I
it's a
don't know
chain.
either.
It's a
Is it?
Your
chain.
coat, though, being like your ACAB coat, Nick.
It's a pocket
It
watch
does look like
chain.
that.
It's just animated poorly.
Oh, you mean just my useless chain I added that's an e-boy aesthetic.
Yes, that's no. I mean that
Got it.
blue thing is literally a chain that's
Uh,
poorly animated.
Oh, well, that also then, I guess,
That
sort
is
of fits.
no, that is a tail. That's a tail. You cannot. That
Katie,
is not a tail.
Katie, you have a tail. She's got a tail.
I don't have a tail, but you can't tell me that blue
Oh,
thing isn't a tail. Like it's in the
I
tail area. Please don't
I
put
hate this
chains.
character.
Please don't put
All right,
chains in the tail
I'm gonna
area.
start session.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a
But
half
I
an
have to find all the cakes in my room.
Andrew, leave that game. Andrew, leave that game. We are playing
What?
D&D.
Oh
What?
my god.
Katie, why do you keep saying what? What are you whatting about?
I don't understand why Andrew's looking for cakes in his room.
Because he's playing Homestuck. Where have you been?
Playing
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Live in
I'm just gonna
ignorance.
look it up.
Live
I'm
in
gonna
ignorance.
look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I can't.
Oh god.
The cake. The cake. Oh. Oh, it is. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
This.
Oh.
Wait, I'm just confused now.
Katie.
I was just looking at the little bits of it. I'll maybe when I have more free time I'll try it. But right, it is.
Don't do
I'm
it
in
to
D and
yourself,
D.
Andrew.
Is this the MS
Um,
Paint Adventures game, Andrew?
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna be honest.
all
I
right.
didn't like the kid so far. He reminded me of a guy I hung out with in high school who I don't like
Katie,
now.
stop.
I'm confused. I'm confused. It just says that it's a webcomic.
Yeah, I don't know what game you're playing. What?
Yeah, I don't
I
understand what
did
game it
stop.
is. I don't know
Who
what
left
game
Nick
it
down?
is.
Who left Nick down?
You did.
Why'd you guys all move to secrets and then come back?
I
Because
did
you
not
moved us
do that.
there.
Can we move this?
No.
Oh my
Yeah.
I
Better.
didn't. I didn't move her. She keeps moving herself.
Uh-huh.
Katie, stop it.
Uh-huh.
I'm being serious. Katie! Katie!
Oh no.
Oh great.
Oh, okay.
No, we know what's happening to Katie's characters now.
Yeah, Katie's characters are all dead. Let's continue. So,
Yay.
last time on Dragon's
Yay.
Ball Pay, Virginia was acting to Mickey, so Goku and Christian Stewart have to fight.
Damn.
Yep.
I wish.
So, anyways, last time, our last session, you guys found a way, um, mistakenly or on purpose, to escape the deep roads. You guys ended up in a large, kind of blizzardy, snowy area where you guys slept in a tiny hut for a little while before um, trying to maneuver your way through the blizzard the next following day after taking a short rest. As you guys were moving through the snow, all of you, one by one, well, most of you, other than the people who weren't able to play, which was mostly me not wanting to run for NPCs. As you guys begin to wander across the blizzard looking for each other, as first the dwarves got lost, then Avard almost got lost, and then Otto got very lost as you guys were kind of looking through the snow. As you guys were each maneuvering, fighting bears or trying not to freeze to death, you guys eventually watched as the snow was cleared for a moment by a massive wyvern who used this. Well, he wasn't really massive, he was only a large sized creature in reality, but he was able to kind of stop the snow in the area where you guys were for a moment and fight you. With this happen, you guys realized you were a large stone bowl, essentially, with a very steep, sharp cliff that surrounded the following area, wrapping around in a large circle. Really preventing you guys from going anywhere but up or into the tunnel system that Avard had said he had come through. After defeating the wyvern by throwing bears at it and cutting it and punching it to pieces, you guys found a small spot to sleep where some of you were able to eat decently enough to do well, and the others of you struggled to really find enough food for the full week of a long rest that you guys took, causing a lot of pain mentally and physically, and putting a toll on some of you. While this was happening, the disease kind of ravaged through a few of you, um, where now the three people that have this disease are now from their stomachs dimly glowing 5 feet of light,
I hate
dim light.
Um,
Um,
I can see why this is now called the Assassin's like Bane or something.
yes.
shit.
um,
Yes.
can you see on Cerebos's stomach though because it's through metal?
Not.
But My guess is it still glows.
I don't know. Uh,
Yeah, none of us are naked. Well, none of the people affected are naked.
yeah, it's going through leather. That's why it's
Ah,
dim.
but
If you were naked
but
right now,
metal
it'd be
is.
fucking.
rude.
Is
I'm only asking because it's metal, so I don't know if I would notice.
I'm gonna say you don't notice that Cerebus is glowing now.
Wow.
Um, but while this is happening, on about the seventh day, as you guys are getting up and kind of getting around for the day, from uh, Feldspar, who's just sitting there, you guys will hear.
Jesus.
You could stop.
Huh.
Well,
Now it feels more accustomed, this outer area.
As you kind of like stand up a little bit, Feldspar, you guys will just hear.
oh boy.
Man, it really does sound like the deep roads. Wonder
As
why.
lift up your hands, you will notice that on both of your hands there are two open, stony blue mouths similar to your mouth that are just screaming.
I'm gonna
Mm.
clap.
As you do, they go and they stop for a moment. After about 10, 20 seconds or so, around there, you hear as the whine in the screen begins to increase a bit louder. And then goes back to that resounding, kind of just loud, penetrating scream.
Well, this isn't good.
Fine.
Can you shut those up before the other bears and shit find us?
Is this
Excuse me,
part of?
hands. Can you stop?
Roll persuasion. What were you saying, Katie?
I was saying, can you just? Does this happen with golems?
Actually, no. Well, I got a 0.
The golem can punch, but can they talk? No.
Nah.
I'm guessing they don't stop.
They don't. They scream louder.
Doesn't seem like they want to stop.
Avard is gonna just guide Cerebus outside the cave now and himself, and just like to move away from the noise.
As you move at least 100 feet away, it's still just as loud. The sound barely diminishes.
Feldspar, can you do us all a
Yes.
favor?
What's
Can
up?
you break can you break their teeth in? Maybe that'll give them the message.
They don't have teeth. They only have these little blue mouths similar to Feldspar's mouth, where it's just like that glow of lyrium, essentially.
All right, can you hold your palms out for a second, Feldspar?
Sure thing.
I'm gonna find rocks of the size of the mouths and just shove them into the mouths.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Ooh. Sleight of hand is okay. Okay. A 12.
Yeah, for now you're able to kind of piece these stones in, kind of like a puzzle, to fill their little mouths. For a while they try to spit out the stones as they kind of go as you're just kind of like trying to shove the stones in to shut them up. And after you're able to piece in enough stones, you'll watch as they just go
Okay.
much
I'm now
quieter.
gonna I'm now gonna take
Fine.
rope and tie the rocks like tie the hand up so that the rocks stay in the mouth, like the opening. Just
Oh, kind of like bandaging a hand.
yeah.
Kind of like clothing on a hand. Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, I'm gonna intervene depending on how much this sounds like.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Another sleight of hand.
Yep.
Gotcha.
to tie the rope.
Or do I have? Or wait, there's something else. Um. Yeah. No. I'll just. Rope is probably better for this. This is big challenge.
Yeah,
18.
very well done. Yeah, you're able to tighten the ropes around so it kind of looks like brawlers knuckles, kind of like you look like you've been boxing. Um, keeping these pieces of stone in the hands. At this point, the sound is very minimal.
Seemed to work.
I'm just like rubbing like the temple of my forehead, just like there. It's
Every time,
done.
you're gonna want to write this down, Nick, right close to your attack.
Mhm.
Every time you roll to hit and hit something, you're gonna roll a d100 for me, and I'm gonna decide if the rope stays or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um, nothing really crazy happened with Alondria other than having some conversations with Avard and Feldspar.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mostly just combat last. They were fighting bears and a wyvern.
Cool, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You persuaded me not to kill Cerebos.
Yeah, you watched as Avard was going to murder Cerebos in cold blood, and you just went, "Why would you kill your friend?" And then you were just pretty much like, "Are you gonna kill us because we're your friends? Do you just kill friends?"
Ah.
And then you kind of walked away, and you were like, "Well, maybe you could make some new friends." That was one of the parts that was like cut out from the recording because I didn't have push to talk down like a dummy. Burp, 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 burp.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you guys doing now that the screaming mouth fiasco has been partially dealt with?
Hmm.
You guys will watch as when Gaia wakes up, Gaia looks like she was hit by a load of bricks.
Yep.
She's got like the kind of like little chunks of hair kind of hanging down just over her kind of forehead. It's just the curls totally not tended to.
She's gonna spend however long she's allotted attempting to brush her hair out with her.
Hey, Gaia. Yeah, we should go hunting for food right now that you woke up.
She
Oh,
just
I
kind
was
of
gonna.
stares at Omri with just a look of don't try to talk to me for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
She
no, yeah,
she
yeah.
needs a minute. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, can I start while I'm out there, like away from the group? Can I start like hunting or looking for bring back?
I'll hunt
Yeah.
elk with you.
Who's rolling the survival, or are you both gonna roll separate survival checks?
Um, if I'll give I'm really sorry. Your character's name is Avard. Uh, I'll help Avard.
All right.
Do you not have a modifier? Because I have a
I
0. Just letting
mine's
you
also a 0.
know. Oh,
What are you guys
okay.
doing survival for?
They're hunting.
Hunting. I guess
Because I
we
could
will.
probably help hunt then,
Would you like to
seeing as I
hunt?
have a +5.
Oh. You can go
Oh,
hunt
Oh,
on your own if you'd like.
you
Well,
should hunt.
like as kind
I
of
got a 14 though.
as you're watching them, you're able to kind of like use just this inner kind of knowledge to maybe outdo and outperform them based on your roll. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 14. Let's get your roll, Elandria.
Okay. Nope. Nope.
All right.
12.
Let's
Oh
see.
no.
I forgot to open a couple things in my drive. Give me one more. Because I found a system of using um stuff that I really like. I just gotta find it. City and what? All right. Um. So I am going to say that you guys find. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. You guys are going to find two small creatures altogether. So essentially, you guys find what looks like um, two. What is it going to be? Two pretty large sized nugs that have found a little area in the snow to kind of run and kind of canter around in the snow. As you kind of go up to them, they seem quite friendly as you kind of just grab them by the necks and then take them back over. Um, as this is happening, Alondra, you're attempting to do the same thing, but the nugs seem a bit too quick for your grasp as you're attempting to kind of like keep up with these nugs and kind of grab onto one. You'll watch as they kind of slip away as you're kind of doing it on your own, as you're watching them, kind of learning from them. But it seems like they just have a little bit more practice over you in this regard.
This
But you're
game
learning.
is so old.
Um,
Now the nug farm can really start.
It's time to get on down
Infinite
to Nugtown. So,
food supply.
you guys from this bounty are going to find 8 pounds worth of food.
Ooh.
Hey, is that a lot of rations?
Each person needs 1 pound worth of food for a day.
We all get breakfast.
Yeah.
We found that. I'm sorry, you said all together or each?
All together, you guys
That.
found 8 pounds worth of food. If you were asking me if
I.
1 pound can feed 6 people, that will impossibly be no. So, no, it is each individual person needs 1 pound food. Just to give you a little sass, Andrew.
Okay.
I'm just picking on you. Yeah, no, one
Well,
pound 1 pound feeds one person for a full day.
okay.
Well, at least we only have 5 people in the party that need to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 3 extra days.
Oh yeah, how many days of rations should I get rid of from last session?
Huh?
Wait,
How many days of rations should I get rid of from last session?
the laundry
7.
eat.
Cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
I could not have had.
You're also going to have 3 days without food. What's your con mod?
Yeah.
Me?
Yep.
0.
Okay, so you're just fine. You're able to just make it. So eating today will reset this, so you're good. Wait. Yes, okay.
Yeah, I've still got 2 points of exhaustion, so I'm gonna die soon. I can
Uh,
feel it.
Oh,
so actually, technically, you don't.
I don't.
You don't. Because I read the
Really?
rules, and you get. Wait, what's your con mod actually? It depends on your con modifier.
+1.
You're good then, yes.
Oh shit.
So once you eat this food, it resets, and you're good. You can go 3 days plus your con mod without food. And if you do half days rations, it's considered like half a day without food, and so they just add up over time. So if you guys are eating half rations over time, eventually it'll build up into a certain number of days, and then you just automatically suffer exhaustion after a certain point.
Cool.
With water though, you've been drinking double amount of water, so I was going to see if that would
Mm-hmm.
affect um, anything, and then I realized you have 7 days of doing nothing, so it's easy for you to just milk enough snow. But in the future, water is going to be really what you guys need to pay a big attention to, or if you just don't get food. So it'll become
Mm.
a struggle.
Do you want us to just keep track of our food days, like on our sheet, or do you want us to tell you if we're eating half a day of rations or a full day or
Keep
skipping a day?
Pay attention to me and tell me when it gets past 3 plus your modifier, and try to be honest with me. Otherwise, I will start asking. So
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've
So.
technically got none of nothing.
Yep.
So.
So you eat today, and then there's 2 full pounds worth of meat that is left over. Are you guys cooking this meat? If so, your fire is far out, and there's no trees in that clearing. So how are you guys cooking this food? Or are you just eating it raw?
Um, in a large. Wait, is there not any like wood or anything around to like burn it?
None.
Is there stuff we can burn in the little wyvern horde?
You guys have burned through it all over 7 days.
Okay.
Can we try burning some grass, maybe?
No, it won't work. It's not dry grass.
Grass don't burn long anyway.
No,
We didn't see like I know you said that there's like barely any trees here, but like
there's
were
none.
there? Okay,
There are no trees in this clearing.
gotcha.
What is there in this thing that
Um,
You guys see the occasional animals. You really killed the 2 bears that lived here and the wyvern. Um,
Oh,
this
could
is
we like skin? Oh wait, nugs aren't furry, right?
No.
no,
I was gonna
They're
be like, we
Oh,
could.
can we eat the
Yeah.
wyvern?
you
Or is that
could
what we
eat the
did
wyvern. No, no. I
over the
mean,
week?
I'll say that that's what you guys ate over the week. Yeah, is you guys were able to just skin that wyvern for the most part. You guys did collect the wyvern poison as well. I believe Avard had.
Mm-hmm.
Could we try burning the wyvern skin?
Um,
It'd have to be really dried out in order for that to work.
I don't. The wyvern skin is scaly. It really wouldn't do much for burning, and if it did, it'd be a very thick black smoke, kind of from the fat stored under the scales. It wouldn't be a good fire.
Could we
Alright.
eat the wyvern?
You guys can eat. You guys already ate the wyvern. It's gone. It's bare
Yeah.
Okay,
boned.
right, gotcha.
No.
Okay.
3 seconds.
1 second though. I will let you guys make a um survival check. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Make a survival check for me to kind of gather some scales. If you guys would like to collect scales from this wyvern.
Oh,
Make a
That
Yeah,
valid.
would be cool.
I will do that.
Um,
same.
I just prepare it raw then, just at least for.
Yeah,
Well,
you can eat it
actually,
raw.
I have an idea though, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh no, yeah.
Can I take and like cut off like a piece of one of the nugs
Hmm.
and then try to Eldritch Blast it?
That will do nothing.
Um,
It'll just move it. It's force damage.
It's
That's like if you did it 22,633 times, like if you slapped a chicken, you'd be able to cook it.
Ah, yay.
oh my god.
But that would take 2 weeks.
cool.
Wow.
Is it okay? Is it that bad to eat raw nugs?
Actually, wait, I want to see exactly how long.
I will say, I'm pretty sure both you and I, Katie, are immune to disease anyways, so I don't think Otto would not care and he's just gonna eat his raw. But just as a paladin, we
Oh,
don't need to worry about disease with food.
that's fair. I mean, I'll just whenever I eat, though, I'm also feeding the Cerebos, but
That's fair.
A lot of the scales were kind of ruined and kind of ripped apart when you were
Oh.
skinning it for food. So you're only able to collect like a small handful of like useful scales afterwards, since it's being the aftermath. So you have about 6 wyvern scales.
we each get one.
You can give everyone in the party 1 wyvern scale if you'd like.
Do they look like plates? Like,
They're very small. They're more like if you held your finger to your thumb, just that kind of circle shape in between that space.
oh, okay.
They're not like dragon scales by any means. What's that 10 survival for, Otto?
That was scales.
Oh, you're gathering scales as well. Um, yeah, you're able to grab like 3 more that aren't also ruined from the kind of destruction of the creature.
Cool.
You guys quickly scavenged for food, really not prioritizing taking care of anything that might be used as another separate resource. There is other things on this, but since you guys got solo rolls, you don't get anything from them. So
I'm still rolling for survival. I haven't had a chance to yet. 1 second.
Oh, can I try to apply the one skill that I got to Cerebos's like mask?
You want to make like little sharp teeth looking things with the scales?
Well, just some nice, yeah, maybe like some cool decorations.
Yeah, roll a intelligence check. It would be like a tinkering, even though I don't think you have tinkering tools, but or jeweler's kit. You guys got jeweler's kit.
I don't.
Then no.
I can't do it.
You can try. It's not gonna look beautiful. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Mm. I got a 10.
It looks okay. He looks better. He still looks very unhappy.
Oh.
I just show him the scales as I'm putting them on the mask so he can look at them.
Aw.
He looks at them, and then as you put them on, he doesn't really react.
Aw.
Okay, new question, Ty.
Yes.
Can I use mold earth to create a small little divot in the ground,
Sure.
place a nug, part of the nug in that divot, and then
Mm.
using green flame blade, strike
No.
the ground next to it.
Are
and
you done experimenting with our food?
No, that's not gonna work. You're at this point. You've already wasted 1 pound worth of meat.
Oh my god.
How?
Good job,
Why
Okay.
wouldn't that work though?
So before quote Alondria
Because it's
ruins
not a
any
creature. It goes
food,
to a creature nearby. That ain't no creature. It's a
Okay.
nug
I mean, it
piece.
was a creature.
Yes, but it's dead. It is not undead, which means it's not a
If we
creature.
animate it, if we
If
Okay.
you animated that piece with a third level spell, then yes, I would let you do it. But is it? No.
Have a third level anime dead.
Oh,
um,
dude.
you know what? Okay, wait. I just realized the problem is that we should have just cooked it as we killed it. Like
Right.
in the future, we should just cook our food as we're killing it.
Yeah. Make sure the final blow is a green flame blade.
pretty sure it's
Mhm.
going to be the same answer, but Otto has
Um,
the cantrip create bonfire. Would that be helpful?
If you had the create bonfire cantrip, you'd maybe be able to try to.
It's only
I
a
think
minute.
it's a minute. I'd say you'd
Yeah.
be able to at least sear the outside of the meat. So if it was like a steak flank, these are not steak flanks. These are nugs. They're little rodents that clean the ground and eat mushrooms. There's anything that's going to make you sick with them, that's not going to help much. But the two that are immune to disease, are you just going to eat them nug raw? And I believe you were
Yeah.
preparing some for Cerebos as well.
yeah.
So Cerebos is going to roll
Um,
a cons. He does fine. Yeah, Katie.
said yay.
Oh,
I'm doing that before Alondria ruins any more of
yeah. There's 2 extra portions right now, so it's mostly what Alarndri has been kind of messing with testing. Um,
Thanks, Alondria.
so
Now we have to find food again.
well, you guys have enough food for the rest of you. Who is okay? So it's probably just the dwarves, that are having trouble with this. So, oh, and Alandria. So the 3 of you make con saves for me to get more sick, to get
No.
sicker quick.
Gotcha. This is like playing Fallout 4 in survival mode. You just rack up to see how many illnesses you can get.
You throw up the day's worth of rations, the 2 of dwarves. So you just lose
Yep.
the day's worth of
Ow.
rations.
Great.
As you attempt to eat it, is disgustingly horrid as it's raw. You
Well,
So,
you have never tasted something so awful, and this is the first thing you've really ate, other than the wyvern for those that week or so. But this is horrible.
Blight grumbles and complains.
Yeah, all of you, 3 of the people that have eaten this week are just disgusted and like, "Ugh." You're not sick from it though. You just thrown up. So you lose a day's worth of rations. You can attempt to eat the remaining ration, which is also raw, and risk another con save, or you can go 1 day without rations.
I'm going the day. So when
Well,
when will that be an exhaustion point? 1 more day without food, or 2 more?
That would be 1 more day, so you're at 3.
3 days. So is that one exhaustion or I'm slow?
No, you have as many days up till you are past 3 plus your con. And then
I
after
have
that,
one
you
more day.
just at the end of each of those days after that point, you just take an exhaustion point. Take an exhaustion point. Take an
So
exhaustion.
it's been 3 days with no proper food.
Yep.
All right, I have one more day. So
Yep.
once again, I find myself knocking on death's door.
Knock.
So
I better try and eat the other ration because I
Roll
have
con save.
0 days left.
Yeah, roll con save.
were we all eating half, or were we eating the full thing?
If you guys ate half, you could have proportioned it a little bit differently, where now instead, uh, it's really my fault for not telling you about eating half rations. Let's just keep it like it is right now for my brain, and then in the future we'll do. You guys tell me when you're eating half rations or not, and that's how we'll proportion things, because that'll make things easier for now. For now, let's just keep it a even
Okay,
number.
so I just threw up the whole day's ration.
The whole day's ration's gone.
Gotcha. And then do I get the exhaustion then, or do I get the exhaustion
No.
once it's
You don't
okay?
get the 3 days plus your con is scot free. You're good. There's nothing wrong that happens for those first few
Okay.
days, and then after that point, if you don't eat, you take an exhaustion point at the end of the. But if you eat at any point before then, it resets. So if you eat a nice full day's worth of rations, it's automatically going to reset back to now you got 3 days again. Because food's a little bit better. With water, it's a lot more mean.
Mm.
So
And then I'm sorry, it's 3 days plus your con modifier, or the con? Yeah, the
plus con.
modifier.
Plus or minus
Okay.
con based on what the modifier is. It will reduce if you
Okay.
have a weaker con.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
So I can technically go for a whole week without it because I have a +3 to my con.
Damn, yeah, that's like 6 days.
Yeah, you're usually
Fuck you.
good without eating. You're also castless, so it makes sense being able to not eat for some time.
Mm.
Because I know
I'm worried
spoiled.
sex on rocks sometimes.
Oh man.
Um, just for the stream and everyone else, my girlfriend has cute nails. Just wanna let everyone know.
Oh,
Can we see?
Nice.
I want to see them.
What? I'm painting my nails right now.
Okay. Do inform us.
I'll send a picture.
Send finger pics. Finger pics.
Finger pics.
If you want to.
If you want to, of
Simp,
course.
No, there's no choice.
No,
simps,
no. Simps. We're all simps. Listen,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Simpian.
I'm your hype man. I'm sorry. I gotta hype you, simp you up. Anyways, so what are you guys doing after going through your daily awful eats? Oh, actually, what I need some people to do in the group right now, you guys gotta go get some water. This whole process, by the way, is gonna take a few more hours. So you guys are about gonna be at the end of this about 3 hours into your day, depending on how well these survival checks go. So who's looking for water?
I am.
I
I'll
can.
look for water.
I'm
Yeah.
just shoving.
I'll also look.
I'm shoving snow into my water
Oh,
skin and doing the thing I was doing last time, which is just putting it between her thighs in an attempt to melt it, so she doesn't eat snow.
eating snow bad for you?
It's not great. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, 9.
Is that a survival for?
All right, Otto is able to get
Oh
some.
yeah, for looking for water.
Yeah, you're looking for water.
If anyone
Okay.
wants, I can aid them, since I'm not doing much.
I'm gonna
I
say
would.
with water, you guys are gonna have to all do this check, the drink. Otherwise, there's no way you guys are gonna be able to get enough. If one person tries to get it for the whole group, it's gonna take way too long. Even if it's just 2 people, it's gonna be everyone has to get their own water with this, with the snow
Got it.
process at least.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, I'll happily help out.
so Kaya's got no water.
Oh gosh.
I'll help out to try to get someone water.
Yeah, you can take. You got
Well,
no water for Gaia. You can't melt the snow with your hands because they're not warm.
Oh
I'm
my
trying
god.
to crush the snow.
Omerit's also got no water.
Eh.
How have I failed to put snow in a water skin?
It's
You
just
have to tell me.
it's
Just
just
tell
with
me
the
if you
time
forgot about
restraint, you're not able to get it in time before the group's like, it's time for us. We gotta go do things. Other guys,
There's
you
no
guys gotta
time
live here.
restraint.
There is survival,
Dead.
Damn.
getting to
Yeah.
a place to get rid of your disease and stuff like that. Also, I completely forgot the two of you have to drink double as much water.
Double the water. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna die in like a half a day at this rate.
Yeah.
Mechanic, how about whenever they got some, they immediately drank it because they're like, good, I got water, and then they drink
Yeah,
it.
so you haven't completed the full
Mhm.
day's worth of ration, which means you still, at the end of this day, since you do not have water, you will take at the end of this day an exhaustion point.
God, I'm gonna die.
I have, this is an this is evil god campaign. I'm sorry, it's really kicking in drive now that you guys aren't in comfy spots.
Question: did I get enough water for Cerebral?
Um, you got enough for you. Make another roll for Cerebos.
Okay.
It's gonna take you a little bit of time. Cerebos isn't gonna be able to help you. You're able to get enough for either you or Cerebos.
Cerebral.
Sounds good. All right.
Homerid's gonna ask. Oh,
But by
Oh,
the
you know
way,
what? Actually, I also had 6 days of water. I don't know if that was left over though.
that probably would have gotten used up over the 7 days. At this point, I think almost all of you are zero at everything, especially since Alondria re-ate the food. Alondria, what'd you get for your roll that you re-ate the food?
It was lower.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, you threw it up again. It tastes horrible.
Damn.
How much
Elandria
water did we
wasted
collect?
like so much of her.
What?
How much water did we collect for the rolls?
Just enough for this day.
Oh, okay.
It's snow. There's not really any way to easily collect the water with it. If it was a water source, the checks might help you a little bit more.
Also, did you see my 15 for the wyvern yet?
Oh, you're doing survival on the wyvern? You're able
Earlier
to,
I was.
yeah.
I rolled a 15 before as well.
I'm gonna roll for you to see how many scales you get, because that's the DC.
Oh,
You get
nice.
15 scales.
Holy shit.
Actually, wait. You don't get scales. Maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna actually roll on a chart because there's other things you can get.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wow.
Um, all
and then
right.
wait.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got scales. Yeah, you get 15 scales. You got exactly on the chart that I was rolling, which was scales.
So 15, you said?
You got 15 scales. Yep.
Coolio.
Claire, you have a an exhaustion from the water, right? I'm just checking that. Like, I would also get
It's
that.
at the end of the day. Three of you are
Okay.
getting the exhaustion from water. Avard, Gaia, and Omarid.
Oh, for
Okay.
going one, you can't go one day without water.
1 day without water, instant failure. If you can get half of water, which none of you got. Let me check your rolls again. Let me see if any of you got a half a day's worth of water to make a con save instead.
I got a 4, so
Omarid would have a half day's worth of water, so instead, at the end of the day, you will make a con save.
if we get water by the end of the
Well,
day, will that be?
Yes. That's why it's at the end of the day and not immediately. It gives you a chance that if you guys go later, find some water maybe on your journey a little bit, you'll be okay. But otherwise, it's going to start racking up.
would that work for me since I have that thing where I have to drink twice as much water?
Oh, you're right. Well, no, because you got one. I'll say you got exactly
I had
one.
one, so I have one and one half.
Well, what I'm saying is that wait, you had one left
Hmm.
over?
I had one thing of water left over. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you're actually good for this day, and you have a half enough of water for the next day. So right now, today, you're good.
But I
Tomorrow,
need to
you have
drink
half day's worth.
double.
Oh, then no, you're right back to
Like,
the situation
yeah.
that I just said, where you have half day's worth of ration, you make a con save at the end. Nothing has changed from what I said. Yeah, yeah,
Fail.
yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, and if you give it to Cerebos, you're actually not really helping him either, because he also has to
Wait,
have 2 servings worth of
did I
water.
not? Did I not get 2 servings worth when I got?
No, you got 1.
Oh boy. We're all gonna die. This will be fun.
Well, I will
Autumn's
be
fine.
working. Yay! Yay!
So Cerebos will make a con save at the end of the day, just like Omarid will. But the other 2 that have not drank, Elandria and Gaia, you will just instantly take.
Wait, I
Wait,
did drink.
I
what?
made me think. Um,
Oh no, sorry. Who was I? Oh, it's just Gaia and
Bard.
Avard is what I meant to say. Sorry. Your name,
Oh,
I thought Avard was at the bottom and I got confused.
Cool.
But yeah,
I'll
so
move myself to the bottom.
what do you guys, you always are a bottom. Oh, so what are you guys doing? Twilight doesn't go past an apostrophe.
That does. Well,
It's
so
sadly not,
awkward. That's awkward.
it is awkward. Also,
Look at
your
that.
character's name's
Oh
Twilight
no.
now. Put an exclamation point, exclamation point. Put an exclamation point.
Um, while we've been there.
Oh, I put you at the top.
Katie the top.
No.
The gods have chosen.
oh my god.
How are you not?
How are you the second character to die when so many people have died?
Okay, well, permadeath at this
Oh,
point.
yes, Elandria is not technically permanently dead.
Alondra is still around in some aspect. Cerebos is a vegetable but alive. He's a little vegetative, but we like him.
So,
No.
Ruby is also going to gather water for herself. She does quite well. She's going to gather food. You'll watch as she comes back with a full nug.
Oh my god.
She eats it.
Happening.
It's like a small nug though, so she only gets enough for just one person's kind of thing.
Can she eat it without any ill effects from not cooking it?
She does. She doesn't seem like she throws up. She doesn't seem happy. She's got a kind of sour look on her face. After she's done eating, she's just gonna go, well, what are we doing? Where are we going?
Oh, I was gonna ask you throughout the week. Can I have started um looking around, like see like how to leave this area?
Oh, yeah. Roll survival check for me. Let's see what you found. Or investigation. I'll let you do either. Or perception. It's really those 3 all work for me with this.
Investigation.
Just they'll change
And
based on
or
what you do.
I'm doing investigation.
Sounds good. Wow. Um,
Oh
as
my
you're
god.
kind of looking through, spending your week kind of trying to look around, it's been really hard. You've really had to give heavy focus to Cerebos. It looks like he can't really do anything on his own. Even sometimes going to use the restroom, he struggles, kind of like finding where he needs to be. Looks like he can't really look down that well in this large suit of armor, so you kind of have to lead him places. All you're able to discern is that the cave you are in currently is not the same cave that you came in to this area from, and as well, it seems that these large cliffs in this area are very much covered in ice. They like a lot of them have heavy patches of ice. There are some areas that seem like they could be cleared of less ice, but they're very far away and you haven't been able to get over there with just how much time you've had to cater and take care of Cerebos over the last like long rest.
Oof. Can I also attempt to roll an investigation to see if there's a way, like, out of this horrible area that we're in?
Any of you that would have over the week liked to have put some time into this may make rolls.
I want to
I'm
get the
gonna do
fuck out of here.
I'll help with yeah, I'll help with someone.
Do you want to help
Okay.
me? Because I have a really good investigation.
Yeah, I'll help you.
I have
Yeah.
a pretty decent one.
Yay.
It's a +5. So.
Yeah, that's a lot better than mine.
I'm gonna do a survival check to do it because you said we could do a
Yep.
survival instead. Okay.
So it'd be a
Oof.
17.
Never
17.
mind.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, not nice.
Alondria's got a great survival check. but Elantria 2.0 trying their best. So yeah, take my head fake. Get out of here. That ain't no roll. So, with a 17, um, would you have looked towards the climbing path or towards the tunnel path? Back underground or above ground? What would be your focus? Because you can get one or the other with the roll that you have.
She, as much as she hates it, she'd rather be underground than out in snow.
That's totally valid. As you kind of
Snow's worse.
scout ahead looking, it seems that the tunnels that you guys are in, very upsettingly, once again lead towards the deep roads. As you kind of like maneuver your way through, looking down, you'll notice that it looks like a large kind of dwarven built road like structure that wraps around this kind of like what looks to be kind of an angled circular kind of area. You could assume maybe you're in some kind of mountain and that this is the mountaintop based on your kind of like looking around it as you come back and kind of come back to the group after this takes you about 2 days of
Yeah.
looking by yourself.
She'd be out scouting with Omarid because
Yes,
you
the
two.
two of you would go
Okay.
together. Yep.
Mm.
I have a question. So I came from the deep roads from a different cave, though, right?
Yes, it doesn't seem like it was this cave.
Um, if we were to go, like, would I still know like a route to get back to wherever I started from?
From where you are right now, or if you got into the deep roads.
If we got into like the cave that I originally came out of.
If you could find the cave you got out of, I'd give you a advantage on a history check. Trying to get there from where you're going in now, I'd probably give you disadvantage on a history check. But you guys haven't really gotten out into the snowy area to look yourselves around. It's also a heavy blizzard out there still. So as you beat that wyvern, the blizzard resumed quite quickly, and it has not stopped. You actually can tell that the snow towards your guys' entrance has filled the cave almost halfway up. It's why it stayed kind of semi-warm in here, because not a lot of the cold air has been blowing in.
Can I like make an Arcana check to see if this seems like magical snow? Like
Roll Arcana.
uh 11. I am not rolling well at all today.
No, I mean that's decent enough to realize this doesn't seem like magic. No. It just seems very like heavy, dense, kind of wet snow. You could assume that your elevation's pretty high just based on how much is still accumulating.
I don't want to die of altitude sickness. Also, she's like fucking like 4'4".
Yeah.
She'd sink into that snow, and you'd never find
Yeah.
her.
You
I
could
do.
walk into the snow by making a door at this point, because it is above your head and up to about Avar's head at this point.
Yeah,
Oh my
fuck her.
gosh. Okay, well we
Is,
can't
is
look
this
for the
like
cave.
This has been over 24 times, at this point, 8 days worth of snow.
Oh my god.
You should just go in the cave.
Yeah.
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 Those nugs you found were you're just able to barely kind of slosh your way through the snow to find them as you kind of grab onto them and then climbed your way back through like your little snow caves you pretty much had to dig out. The nugs loved it. Oh, they thought it was the coolest thing. They were like hanging out in the snow, just kind of cuddled up. At the end of the at the eighth day, you guys will watch, however, as Gaia and or at the end of the 7 days, right before the eighth day, you guys would have watched as Gaia and Obermead came back and kind of explained um, that this leads back to the deep roads. So what are you guys doing?
Trying to make a case.
Mm.
Yeah, Omri
Uh,
will have his arms crossed, but like kind of be the hype man for guys' things, statements, and all of that. Like when she makes a good point, he'll be like, like what she said.
wow, what a champ.
Aw, nice. But
He,
yeah.
he he knows he's not good at talking.
Yep.
Um, Avar's also going to explain that um, before when he came out of the cave originally, this whole place was surrounded by a walling that was like too hard to get through.
What do you mean?
The circle that we're in,
Oh, the
like
cliffs. Yes, yes, yes.
cliffs, yeah, that we're basically like on a cliff.
Kitty, you're not coming through.
I just said that we're on a cliff thing, face or something. I don't know what it's called.
A basin.
We're in a basin.
Yeah, you're in a basin, 100%.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a bad idea.
Fictional basin.
So, um, in support of the idea, hesitantly of going to the deep roads.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's time to go back to the at least slightly more warm and cozy hellscape.
Mm.
At least it's warm.
Mm-hmm. And now both of
Oh,
our robes glow. So we'll have a little bit of dim light.
mm.
Good God.
Might be useful. Might be useful.
Can I also throw something out to the group uh, about our situation, this whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, what? I'll just try to like, I'll kind of like whisper a little bit lower, just like, what are we doing with Cerebos right now? What are they doing? What are they?
Bard's gonna stand over top of you.
All right, big
And
boy, I'm not afraid of you.
Just
I'll
gonna
I'll
just
save my peace.
just teabag Omri, just
arm
push.
crossed.
No,
I I will take care of Sarah Boss. Worry
Right.
about it.
See, in terms of take care of, they're not helping our current situation right now.
What do you suggest I do?
Well, I'm not the most graceful of people, so in my opinion, I would just say off them, leave them in the snow, and let's just keep going down into the road to find a better spot. However, I realize there's some weird big demon thing in them, so I don't. Maybe that's not the best thing, but I don't know. My only mind is just,
Then just leave us here. I will stay with you. If that's your opinion.
yeah, yeah.
I won't make you watch, but I will stay here with Sarah Boss.
Is there a reason we gotta keep them alive? Is that a like they're not doing
Because you
anything for us?
insufferable whiny dwarf, they are someone that has made sure to keep you safe on multiple occasions, picking up your useless, unconscious body when you fell asleep to little bits of poison, and have taken care of you at every point they can. And now you are immediately, at one chance that they are not as useful as you have been useless, are leaving them behind to die.
she has a
Yeah,
point.
Fine. Avard's gonna put his hand over to Ruby. He also, it's fine. It is my job to take care of Sarah Boss. Anyways, he is right.
I'm just throwing it out there that th because of them, we have to look for more food and water for ourselves than we
Oh,
can
and you
possibly
have done
provide.
this? You are
I'm
the one
saying
looking
all
for
of us
food?
have. I'm putting it out into the group. I'm throwing this out into the conversation.
And well, in that case, Gaia's gonna put her little hand on Omri's shoulder and just go, you know, I'd suggest you don't make any unnecessary enemies here. You don't want to pit us against each other, do you?
I'm not saying I'm doing anything. I am stating what
No,
the current situation we're in right now.
the dwarf is correct.
Which one of us?
The, that one, pointing at Omri, is correct. And then Avar's just gonna look back at Cerebos like,
You're cutting in and out, Katie, a little bit.
and then Avar's just gonna look back at Cerebos like guiltily.
When you look back at Cerebos guiltily, you're gonna watch as Ruby kind of stands in between the two of you, her arms kind of tossed in a little like kind of crossed arms. And she's just gonna look at all of you, and she's just going, "Really? We're having this conversation? To you, dwarf, keep your opinions in your mouth unless they are helpful towards our survival. This one, which is not, because one of these people here also wishes to survive just as much as you do, even if they are having a rough time. And to you, you brute, just because you came here claiming to be a friend of this one, after we not only met a demon with your similar name, but to assume to know more for this creature than the rest of us, who have become his friend, is very presumptuous of you. You do not own the right to take care of this creature. He has the right to live and let his friends, who are we, also take care of him and keep him alive. If you no longer wish to take care of him and get him food and water, then I will do it myself. As she just kind of looks at you with an angry glare, as you guys watch as her hair begins to kind of float up in little wavy bits.
Avar's gonna
I'll
look
just
around to turn to her.
Omri just
Actually,
puts his hands up, just looks down at the ground, just like, all right.
actually, I have been taking care of this one for a while. And if you think that I personally want to do, I will take care of him.
No, because your take care of will mostly be based on the opinions of your people, and you will just put him down like he's some sort of broken sheep. I
If
will
I was
not.
going to do that, I would have already done it. You think just because I am part of that group that I would have already done it. I've been taking care of him. I've been feeding him and giving him water. You can see that.
I
Simply just
understand.
don't want to be a burden for the group.
You are not a burden. You have been ever but helpful since you have joined us. But if you presume that we are going to just leave you behind with our friend when we do not know you, just because you promise that you'll take care of them on your own, is not something I find acceptable.
Um, this I don't presume you know what he wants.
And I don't presume that you know anything about him beyond what you've learned in your time that you've claimed to us that you know. This is a very sweet and kind creature. Even when he lost his memory, he stuck by us and helped us. I am not going to leave him here with a brute, with a sword. This is enough. This is enough. Let's continue on and let us gather food and make our ways from these miserable tunnels. If you'd like to lead and part from our group when we get to that point, you may. But I promise you this, if we can leave these tunnels, go speak to this king in Denerim, and then go from that city, I can take you to somewhere that will save your friend and his mind. But if you wish to stay behind and watch him caged like a beast for the rest of his life, just because you feel like you are a burden on people that you and him have both helped, then be my guest.
I want him to be free. That's all I will say. And then Avar's just gonna go walk over past Ruby over to Cerebos and just pat Cerebos's shoulders and for the rest of the group.
Ruby's just gonna kind of wave off the rest of the group, kind of like go over towards Avard, and she's just gonna stand next to you as you guys look at Servas, and she's just going to go, I lost someone important to me down here in these caves, and when I did, your friend came up to me and gave me a gift. That was something I never expected and never would have asked for, and because of that, I will do what it takes to repay that gift. So, do not leave us with him just because you think they are a waste of space. Ignore the dwarf. The dwarf has been less than helpful since we have arrived to helping all of us. So I
I
appreciate your joining us. and I appreciate your friend even more. And if I seem upset, it is simply because the thought of leaving people behind when we need numbers to survive the threat down there, not worrying as much about food. Food will come to us as we reach a place that is not cold and frozen.
Thank you for taking care of for this long.
She's just going to place a hand on Cerebus's like armor, and she's just going to say, "Yes, it is no issue."
Mm-hmm.
And so you know, I don't want him to die either. I was unable to do it. I tried.
So was I. And she just kind of walks away.
Well, hmm. Well, Gaia is going to kind of clap her hands together once and go, should we get a move on then? Now that everything seems to be sorted.
Ruby's kind of keeping quiet, sticking towards the back of the group, just kind of you'll watch as her hair kind of lowers down and stops kind of like floating up.
I agree with Gaia, and I'll help all of you as much as I can. Looking right at Ruby.
Or just stares at you, Omari, like
Roll a
not
wisdom save,
talking
Omarine.
about
Oh no. Great. I can't wait to watch this again.
Alondra's just gonna say, "You're all so dramatic."
12.
You are frightened of Ruby, and you have no interest and are afraid to even look at her. She's pretty much frightened you.
Alright.
Gaia's gonna elbow him in the side and just go, will you shut up for just 5 minutes? I have a feeling it'd be in your best interest.
So pretty much what you'll see, Omarid, as you look at her and kind of give her a glare, you'll watch as her face kind of spirals and mixes into just like a black hole, and you'll
Jesus.
just
oh,
as her eyes just kind of morph in it as she's just kind of doing as much as she can physically to just terrify you. She's pissed at you.
Mm.
He should really keep his mouth shut if he knows what's good for him.
I'm just saying, he's getting, like, he was just stating it to the group.
You're
well,
gonna get yourself killed.
I'm just saying I already tried to do that.
Well, so far
Yep.
he's not dead. So let's keep that winning streak going and just duct tape him.
What,
You know what?
Omarid?
Actually,
Yes.
out of character, you know what? Omari should be the one to kill Cerebus if he has that much of a problem with
Yeah.
him in the group.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Why don't you do it then?
Alright, if you all agree, yeah, he'll do it.
No.
No.
You're gonna be put on a leash.
By the way,
You're
just
going
to put
be
a
put on
break,
leash.
just to put a break on reality compared to D&D, I liked your character choice, Andrew. I think it makes sense. Any bashing is coming from NPCs, not from
Yeah,
players.
yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I think so.
Just so
No,
you know,
it
because
makes
we
sense.
we all
No,
liked
I
your
No,
choice.
but in all sincerity, thank you for reminding me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw hands with you IRL when I see you. Well, that's
That's
already
also
true.
because Claire doesn't know what human kindness is and never
Yeah,
has known
no.
it. So that's not
I'm
an
not
issue.
gonna.
No, yeah, like
I
I'm
should
yeah,
give it.
genuinely thank you all for reinstating that. That really does mean a lot to me.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm not genuinely gonna throw hands at you. I'm just gonna throw hands at your. But I enjoy their choices.
It's
It makes
always
the
good.
input an extension of the self. All
It's
right.
always good to have a check-in after a in-character fight, just to remind everybody
Mm,
that's just the characters. That's all that's happening.
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that Omarid's useless, but Ruby does.
I just yeah, I need to like check back in with myself about that
Of course.
a little more frequently. So yeah, yeah. Thank you for that.
Of course. So what are you guys doing? I will ask for the 38th time. I'll keep asking
Uh,
too.
Walking.
Feldspar's just gonna get
Going
up.
down into the
Well,
cave.
after that unnecessary nonsense of what we're talking about, let's get to the real problem, the blight. Let's go
Oh
find
my
the Dog
god.
King.
Are his hands still screaming, or is the
They're. It's more like
They
No,
are
I
bound. No, it's even softer than that. It's just.
I tied those things shut.
Oh yeah, you did pretty good.
Can I roll on disadvantage to try to connect in my head where like a small map of maybe where we are? Like survive the history check.
Oh yeah, because you said you want to try to find your way back to the way you came in. Roll a. I think it'd actually be survival, but I'll let you do history if it's better. Sure. It's gonna be on disadvantage either way.
Well, I got a nat one plus one. So...
Yeah, as you enter from this area, you're not a dwarf, and even the dwarves don't know these areas anymore that well. As you get out here, it's immediately foreign. You try to kind of make your way around, but this mountain seems like it's easily a few miles just in diameter, let alone in how far it is in circumference. So as you're trying to make your way and figure out where you guys are, you know not. But you are on a massive road. It is beautiful in construction. You see as stunning pillars lift up this massive hallway. It's more beautiful than any of the parts of the deep roads you guys have seen so far. As you enter, Elandria, roll a history check for me.
Ooh. And a +4.
That's really good point. What has Gaia done other than just be nice to Cerebos?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
about to say.
I'm gonna be a
But
rotten
she is
corpse on
right.
the side of the deep roads in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, all Gaia's doing right now is pulling an Azula of brain loss from everything that's happened. Just hair down on her face, upset. Elandria got a very high roll. Nice.
Wow.
Keep dodging my little questies. Ooh.
Listen, I could have gotten a lot of shit done if Laundry hadn't murdered all of those dwarves, okay?
Yeah, or flirt with the dwarves. That's gonna help the group.
Yeah.
Could have gotten us a map to the outside, or at least back to Orzammar, but no, she was a murderer.
If you
Good job,
left those
Laundry.
dwarves up, Claire's character shows upper leg.
Okay.
Oh, here's a map.
Technically, okay. Also, Cerebus
No,
helped
that's an
you
escort.
flirt with the dwarves by lifting you up and lifting the other dwarf up.
We could have gotten an escort back to Orzammar for the small price of Gaia being an escort.
Escort for escort.
Exactly. But no, someone had to go and murder everybody.
I mean,
She literally
think-
did not murder a single person.
Okay,
Those
fine.
people were already dead.
We could. Okay, you don't know that. They could have been
they were.
undead. Also, we could have just found a fucking map.
Oh wait. Also, wait. No, actually, I agree with Claire. Those other. I thought you meant the dwarves that got crushed in the by
No.
gargle balls. But the
Yeah.
other dwarves, no, I agree.
Also,
we would have
the
had a
Goblins had
nice
map
time.
room. We know they had a map room.
Yeah.
I did not want to leave that place. No.
Well, no one knows where your homeland is, so we can't really help you there.
You guys also don't know where you are anymore. So let me get back to that point. So as you guys are making your way through this road, you're traveling for hours. Not much is interfering. It doesn't look like there's actually much darkspawn presence where you are currently. But Elandria made that roll. As you are looking over this area, Elandria, you do remember this area, which is most likely, in your mind after figuring through it, why the staff brought you here. You remember this to be a great marketplace in the deep roads, back when you used to kind of fuck around and mess with dwarves' lives. Um, you remember this place being a large market. This road specifically was less of a road, that's why it's so magnificent, and more of where they'd have market stalls and carts that line this ring in this large volcano.
Oh.
You can see where you'd look at the center, like pillar, underneath where you guys were just sitting on that little plot of snow at the very top. There used to be a large tunnel and pit of just of like lava at the bottom. As you kind of peek over into this empty void that sits on the right side of your guys' path of this road, looking downwards, through one of the small little notches built into the stone kind of wall that covers the center cylinder of the volcano, you will see down at the bottom nothing but hard, kind of pressed obsidian that kind of blocks off that part from coming up any further. Looks like the lava some long time ago hardened over. Far different than the Fade, where things are based on the reality that the world or you want them to be, where the lava can continue or end. It seems that this lava has ended without anyone's permission or guidance to do so.
That's strange. This is very different from when I was here.
Could have just dumped one water bucket on it.
No,
Okay, listen. For all I
Claire,
know,
I know
probably
you
just
know Claire, I know you know Dragon Age, but apparently geology is not in that repertoire.
Listen, man, Minecraft is my height of all things not geographical, fuck, geological.
I will say I immediately thought of Terraria Obsidian when I said Obsidian, so
Fucking Terraria.
which is just a bucket of water.
Okay. Well, I'm not a geologist, nor have I ever claimed to be one.
But I am.
Wow, wow. Nikos is supposed to be the rock person, but he's muted right now. So his input. Hey,
I mean,
you're the
I am
rock.
a rock person, but like,
You're a
what am
rock.
I gonna do? Say that's wrong to the DM? I'm not a fool.
You gonna tell me I'm wrong, Claire? I like
Listen, maybe
this. This went from being bashing Andrew's character to literally just bashing Claire as a person. That's what this
Oh,
session has become.
I'm so no, you don't deserve it, Claire. You're so fun to play
All I'm
D&D
saying
with.
is
So
Omereed
nice.
mechanically works a lot better than a barbarian wizard. Is all
you
I'm
can suck
saying.
my dick,
Oh
Nick.
my god.
Who are you talking about?
So
Just, just nothing. Let's
as
continue
you
to the
guys,
game.
as you guys are
Who is a
continuing,
barbarian wizard?
Go fuck yourself.
Let's continue this fun game where a
yeah.
full barbarian I'm playing, is that correct? Works way better than a level 1 barbarian and like 7 level wizard. That's
Oh.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Oh.
saying.
You watch as Claire's character just dives and she leaves the server.
Oh no! What? How did she? How did you put her in violent space? How?
I was moved
Wow.
against my will.
Oh wait, Claire's in the Wild Space campaign now.
Hey,
Oh.
we
Hey,
got her.
We got her.
got him.
Ladies
Got
and
him.
gentlemen, we got her.
All
I
right,
can't wait.
so as you guys are continuing down this road, eventually, as you guys are kind of maneuvering in this kind of spiral, it's almost like a downward spiral where there's kind of levels where it's like a flat layout circle and then a little bit of a ramp. And then a flat kind of layered circle and a little bit of a ramp with massive blocks of stone that seem to block each level separated outward. As you guys arrive to this like third level or so, you guys will see what looks like a massive gate has been built into what seems like the outside wall of the volcano. Um, and then right in front of this gate on the other side, close to where the cylinder of the volcano would be, kind of where the lava would kind of you assume would build, you guys see a small cart. That looks like it was a shopping like area. It has the similar little stand that looks almost like a doorway that kind of sets up and around it to kind of highlight the stand itself. From this little thing, you see what looks like dangling jewelry that looks surprisingly well aged. For here, it looks like it's covered a bit in soot and cinder, as well as most of this area is. There's a lot of smoke and dust that covers the stone here, as pretty as it is. As you walk, you can see as the soot kind of gathers on your feet. But as you look as well, it seems like there was a dwarf that was just left there laying over his stand, long dead, skeleton sitting in a bit of leather straps that seems to be all that really remains. And he's holding on to something with one of his skeletal hands that it's a bit hard to see.
I'll go take a look at that.
I'll
I'm
go
also
pick up
gonna
some of
go.
the jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay, can I
Wait, there's
also?
jewelry on the person.
Uh, there's jewelry on the stand. What were
Oh
you
my
saying,
god.
Avard?
Oh, fucking
I was just gonna say I was also going to go look at the jewelry at the stand.
I'm going for that
Bringing
jewelry. Scratch that.
Bringing Sarah to also look at the jewelry.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say the three of you are each able to grab a necklace for yourselves. Omri, you're
Can I
able to. Oh, yeah,
can
Claire.
I roll an investigation though to see if there's any like pieces I would recognize as nice?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Yay.
So Omri, you're able to find a gold and ruby necklace. It seems that the rubies have been set similarly to what looks like a little face that kind of sits down of a dwarven family. Um, so write that down somewhere so you know you have it. Uh, Avard,
Would I recognize the family?
no, no, it's not
Oh,
recognizable
sorry.
for
No, you
anything.
were going. Yeah.
Avard, you find a piece a bit more befitting of like your style as well as perhaps Fairboat's style. There seems to be three golden kind of plated necklaces that kind of go down a little bit farther, each kind of little spot as it kind of sits together on one chain that kind of links up around the necks. It almost looks like a kind of Egyptian kind of style piece almost, but definitely dwarven in the make in the fact that it's more like kind of trapezoidal each plate than being more like semi-spherical as it goes downward. It looks like something like a shaperit would wear for those of you who know much about dwarves, which I think is none of you. But anyways, and then finally, Alandria, you find a piece with a glowing, not actually glowing, the light's kind of hitting it, emerald. Um, that just kind of, as you look into it, just seems to be this massive chunk of emerald kind of placed in this silver necklace. Almost looks like metal rods were forced into it to hold the chunk together.
How interesting.
Mhm.
It looks like all of these pieces that they have found, Claire, seem quite expensive, but you actually find what looks to be on that dwarf a signet ring.
Ooh.
hmm
Do I recognize any house on it or no?
It looks like it is a house-bearing signet ring, but you'll have to roll a history check from me with your. This is your you found your historical piece. This is definitely a historical piece.
Yes.
Um, and then Omarid, you said you were digging through the hand. Roll a sleight of hand for me.
All right. Um. Oh, right. The one dwarf who had the. Yeah. Had the plus. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, you are able to sneakily peel back the fingers of this dwarf's hand. As you open it up, you see something that looks it's just stunning in make and appearance. It seems to be a small um what are oh fuck, I forgot what they're called. What are the weird rhino things down here?
Bronto?
Pronto.
It looks like a carved lyrium bronto, little effigy looking thing that has been styled with steel kind of armor covering, and it holds like a little note kind of rolled up next to it. You laughing at my?
Oh
You laughing at me?
no, I'm coughing. I've been
Oh,
coughing.
okay. I was like, is
No,
it that
no,
funny to you, Andrew?
no. I'm I'm sorry. I've been
Hilarious.
coughing.
Just to be clear, you can read.
You okay?
Oh shit! I can't read.
Oh
Damn it.
no.
Well, I have this note.
I would like
Uh,
to recognize the signet once we get
You do not recognize the signet.
fucking
Oh.
okay.
You don't know enough
Set
about the
one
dwarf
year
families.
modifier for history. Okay. There is a house on it, but I got jack shit idea.
Yep.
Is
Even if you
there a
did.
that I would know?
Yeah, roll a history.
I'm just gonna like peer over Gaia's shoulder as I'm rolling this history.
As she's deep in thought trying to figure out fucking house this is.
23.
Ooh.
It is House Tethris.
Oh,
As I'm peering over your shoulder, I'm just gonna kind of quietly in your ear, just kind of passively say, "Oh, Tethris."
ooh, she would probably recognize that one. Because they're big into the merchant, let's say,
Mhm.
trade.
Oh,
You just see her eyes kind of light up, and she gets this kind of little smile on her face, like, this could
Which
be worth a lot.
makes sense for where you guys are. It seems to be an old merchant district, so quote unquote. Um, what was the other
Um,
rolls made?
while we're here, can I start looking maybe around for like a place that would have water?
Yeah, roll a survival check for me. It doesn't look like the best place to look for water is in a volcano, but you can try.
Oh,
Not to be too. There's no water in a volcano.
I try.
And it doesn't seem like it's the right season for runoff either. Otherwise, it might be pretty moist in here. Perhaps why the volcano has a stone covering. Anybody else like to do anything while you guys are next to this merchant? Are you
Um,
going to grab onto that stone idol, Omari, or are you going to leave it in the hand?
is it like? Can I check for traps? I guess like where they're slumped and everything.
Yeah, you can roll investigation.
Okay.
he was doing this sneakily, right?
Yeah.
Can any of
18,
roll
for
perception
the
to see
traps.
it?
Wait, can you repeat that, Andy?
18 for the investigate. Oh, sorry.
Could any of us roll perception to see what he's doing then, if he's doing it sneakily?
Yeah, you can roll perception. Are you doing sneakily, Andrew, or
Oh, well, I thought you said stealthily, like pulls open the fingers. I thought you said, Ty.
I thought you said no, you said skillfully,
Oh,
I think,
okay. Well,
unless
then never mind. Then I
I
won't roll.
assume we all like see the thing. Yeah, but I mean, once I find it, I'd probably make it. Um, actually, let me. Oh, yeah, no, no. I assume yeah. When Omri sees this, he's gonna probably hold on to it. Yeah. But
all
then
right.
we got a.
It looks like there's no traps or anything around this. As you pick up the idol, it does seem to be refined. Being a dwarf yourself, you already have kind of a little bit of a resistance to the effects of it. It doesn't seem to be like giving you a headache or anything like that, or being of a negative uh, affliction to yourself. As you just kind of pick it
Gotcha.
up and pocket this large chunk of lyrium. It's about the size of your fist in full build. It looks like it was very well crafted, almost like a pocket watch in just small little additions and even the eyes seem to be two little green emeralds kind of placed in to give it the little visual appearance of being a mystical creature almost. It looks like very
Hmm.
well done stone craftsmanship, perhaps craftsmanship that has been long lost to the deep roads with everything that's happened.
Hmm.
Is it
Um.
to have an idol like that? And then Alondra will kind of like hold her staff towards him and show like the gem at the top.
As the gem kind
Oh.
of points downwards towards you, Omarid, you'll just hear. "Ah."
Oh, god dang it.
Oh,
What did you think was gonna happen?
I when he said that there was nothing at first, I was like, okay, good. There's no singing, but now it's singing again.
Well,
At first.
yeah.
the staff though?
It's not glowing as bright.
Mm.
It is a staff. I'm gonna read the stats I gave you for that staff. I think it's pinned.
I pinned them just now, so yeah. Yes, and I am counting the days, Ty. I am counting the days.
Good, 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 good.
Um, I guess as soon as she notices that the jig is just kind of up, uh, yeah, it's pretty neat. It's looks pretty well crafted.
Yeah, you kind of hold it and kind of look it over. As it gets near the mages, you guys can sense the like kind of magical energy coming from it. Doesn't seem like much other than a chunk of crystal at its current state due to it being refined.
Oh, and then I hand the note to, I guess, just out to the group. I found this also.
Who would like to read the note?
Gay will volunteer to read the note.
Cool. As you take
Yeah.
the note, it does seem to be in an ancient variant of common. It's got a lot of like more fancy vernacular. But essentially what it reads is made by my sister, the last relic of her build. For thee who buys it, a special boon will it lay for you, and perhaps even your guild.
Does it have any like name or inscription or no?
It
It's not
will say.
signed by anybody.
It'll say Marion Tethris at the bottom, as like being the sister's name. Or perhaps even the person that was holding on to it. You can't see gender in skeleton unless you're a skeleton scientist. Even then.
Yeah, so she just kind of hands it back. She would read that out loud for the most part, and then she just kind of hands that back to him and goes, "Oh, that's probably quite valuable."
Personal item.
Well, if we ever find that family, I'll be sure to return it to them for a, with services paid and all.
Gay is definitely gonna pocket that ring though.
Oh, hell yeah.
A bard's gonna put the necklaces on, or at least try to put the necklaces on Sarah. Is that possible?
Um, I'm gonna say yes, it's clippable, so it has a little clip on the back.
Put the necklaces on.
Dwarves have big heads, so they need clips. So as you unclip it and you put it around, you watch as Cerebus just puts one hand up towards his chest and just kind of touches it like this.
Ow. Ow.
What?
He can't move his hands.
He emotionally puts one hand up there as you contradict the DM.
No, he's just gonna go. I hope you like this, Kadam.
He doesn't say anything.
This hurts.
With that, you guys are left with a continuation of the tunnel that seems to go lower and lower as the rest of the deep road seems to go closer and closer towards the bottom of that volcano. Or there's this large, massive door.
Okay, is gonna suggest at least looking through that door.
Yeah.
I'll
Never
help with looking through the
mind.
door.
Yeah.
Bard will open it for you.
The door handles are non-existent on this massive door, and lays across the large door seems to be a massive stone bar, even though this door looks like it's made out of perhaps a large build of oak, as it goes up easily 50 feet at the highest point of the door, kind of coming downwards and downwards until the lowest point of the door, and kind of like an upward board built into it seems to be only about 10 feet, the previous height of Feldspar for proportion.
Can the bard try lifting up the bar too?
This bar is bigger than Feldspar is thick all the way across. It looks like there's metal machinery and joints, however, that hold on to the two separate halves or separate parts of the bar, as if maybe it is craned up by some kind of mechanical function. But your strength, you can't even reach up to the bar. You are far below it. It is about 25
I'm
feet
too
up.
short.
Um,
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, well, it's a big door.
let's check this then.
I'll at least check out the what is it, the other way then, if we're having, like, I won't go into it, but I'll just look down it if we're having trouble opening the one door.
How rot is this wood? a hole in the door?
Would you attempt to break through?
She's gonna attempt with some of her pityins to smack a hole, like the
Pythons?
I don't know where you like
They're
perforate.
nails.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
perforate like something and put a bunch of holes in it and then
Yeah.
pop it. She's gonna make an attempt.
You can try it. Roll a. Do you have? Okay, so that would just give you proficiency. So this is just gonna be a base athletics check.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, Andy, you want?
No modifier to that.
Unless you have carpenter's tools.
I do not have carpenter's tools. All I have
Okay.
are the thieves' tools and disguise kit and fortune kit and brewer's tools.
First tools will
16.
help you. 16. As you attempt to chip through this wood, you do get partially through one of the boards, and it seems like on the other side there is a larger, more protected piece of wood on the inside, since it's not bearing itself towards the outside, as it's kind of protected by the two inner sides of the wood. And it seems like this one, as you try to chip through, has been treated and well protected way easily enough to keep you from going all the way through with your little pythons, as you kind of chip a hole through.
Yeah, well, we have people here with large, probably strong legs with a good kicking power, but obviously nobody's around to help her.
I mean, Feldspar, would you like to punchity dunch?
Sure thing. What am
Um,
I punching?
and would you like to, as this is happening, Alondria, roll a history check for me to see where the store goes to?
Yes, I will.
Here, I'll reckless attack just because I can.
She's gonna stand back. She doesn't get splinters in her face.
So that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Whoop.
Yeah, nice. Roll damage.
First, I'm gonna roll that 1d100 that you told me about. I got a 44 for my ties.
You're good. They keep.
Oh man, that's a bad history roll.
And that's
I
8
can't roll
damage.
today.
Got that 8 damage.
8. Damn. That's what you
Yeah.
wrote. That's what you wrote. 8. Damn.
One moment.
Un momento.
Un momento, por favor, señor.
Okay. It's a big old F. There's a 7 history. You don't really remember particularly what's behind the store.
Okay.
It's a bit. The door almost seems like it's selfie barrier in your mind. Because you can't see it, the memories seem to be rolling back. It could also just be this body deteriorating with its old age.
Right.
You assumed wisdom is what you'd pull from this body. All you've pulled from it so far is pain and wrinkles and slowness.
Arthritis.
Yep.
Arthritis, yeah. It seems that when the original host of this body died in the manner that they did, you've drawn a lot less from their mental acuity and more so just have possession of their body now, which is far less exciting than what you had hoped.
Dang.
Yeah.
You
Doesn't it suck to suck?
Man, this is not the desired corpse hopping, but you know.
Not the experience I was looking for.
Dang.
uh
2 out of 10.
with 8 damage, as you just hear as the golem just smashes into the wood. You watch as his fist just collides. You'll watch as that board you were messing with splinters backwards. And I'm gonna have Omerid and Gaia roll dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh
Ooh.
man. Well, if I get splintered through the face, this is gonna be worth it. 18.
Saves, you said?
Dex save. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both able to
Alright,
dodge this
so
as you guys were standing closest to the area where Spellbar was smashing to the wood in the distance as it flings backwards. You watch as this board flings past over through that hole in that large pillar and slides down in that massive pit, disappearing away as eventually you hear a loud slap. as it goes through the cave. And 1 second, please.
Ooh, pretty. They're so sparkly.
Nice.
Nice.
You guys will begin to hear this. Echoing up and through that center pit as you guys hear a
Oh,
little bit of a shuffle and kind of move deep in the pit. Are you guys going to investigate the sound or continue trying to get through the door?
I'm gonna try to get that sound first. Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna create a small dwarf-sized hole in this, and I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that is not the size of hole that we've created.
I feel like we should go through it because it sounds like a growling animal. Just saying.
Likely wasn't too happy. I could punch the door again.
Hold
You want to punch the door again?
I think out of wherever the hole made a noise, Omri will try to hide and just like ready his dagger for like when it comes out, just to
Roll stealth.
Can I roll like a what is it? Just like see what's behind the door, like.
No, because only one plank of the outer planks has been removed. There still needs to get through the inner planks with another attack.
But what are we hearing?
You hear what seems like a massive snore as you hear a little bit of a grumbled spin after that board goes flying off, or not spin, a loud like kind of like a tension almost like a kind of going through the cave.
Bef- then before Feldspar punches the door again, can I try to stop him?
Try to roll a sleight of hand to grab onto Feldspar's hand. Gaia, what was your roll?
I got a 21 to investigate and try to know what that sound is, but I can roll a persuasion to get a Feldspar to hold back for like 2 minutes.
Well, let's do your investigation first because the other thing is happening right now. Let's let Avard try to do the sleight of hand to grab onto Feldspar's fist. Um, So, as you kind of back up away from the door after hearing this, you're trying to figure out where the sound is coming from. You're kind of looking around, following where you're hearing it from as you kind of travel over towards that pit over the volcano. As you look down, you'll see that board has landed on what looks to be the flat obsidian stone. And then you'll watch as the obsidian stone kind of shifts, and you watch as some of the stone begins to crack and break and kind of flip over like a broken pancake kind of flipping over to the side in the middle more part of the obsidian. As you'll watch as this large kind of red like scaled head kind of pokes up and out from the lava, just kind of shakes its head a little bit as it kind of dips back down into the lava, and you watch as its nostrils seem to be all that pokes out as it just begins to continue to snore.
Wait, was this behind the door?
No, no, you can't go through the door. The door has not been broken through.
Uh,
This was in the volcano cylinder.
Okay.
I feel
Okay, we are not breaking into this lovely little fella's
No,
house.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
please. Did Feldspar
Oh.
stop if I stopped him?
If you put my hand on, I'm gonna move it away and be like, I'm not gonna punch it again. No one told me if it was okay.
Is there
Please don't touch me.
there's no lock on the door, is there? It's just kind of like
There's a
door-
massive pull that kind of stops the door from being able to just be pulled open. And then it seems like there is a large chunk of machinery that connects up and to this wooden bar to perhaps move it. It looks like this is the inside of the door where you guys are currently. No one has bothered to look for maybe a way to open the door from this side. It's just you guys have just started punching and scraping.
Well, I assumed since there was no handles and one giant massive bar, my little dwarf self was not going to be able to open this door.
That's valid, but no one has rolled investigation to learn anything more about this door. That's all I'm letting Andrew know.
I'll go ahead and try that.
Okay, roll investigation. Anyone else that would like to roll investigation, it may as well.
Um,
Ruby's gonna come up to you first as you're looking over this pit and kind of putting her hand on one of your shoulders, Gaia. She's just going to go, "Shh, we do not wish to awaken this beast."
No.
yeah, I figured.
She'll kind of grab onto your shoulders and kind of aim you back over towards the group and just kind of walk with you. Um, as she'll kind of fix her hair a little bit and um, kind of continue over towards the door. Almarita, as you're looking, God, you can't find anything. You don't know how doors like this work. You've maybe opened like doors of places to rob, but never like a gate to a city. This is far too complex. Gaia,
Hmm.
as well, it seems like after your investigation, kind of looking around, it seems like the easier bet for your mind was just really just try to get through the wood. That seems like a dangerous path now, however.
And Feldspar has not broken any of the interior things, or did he break one?
He only broke the interior plank that you had chipped through a little bit as it kind of shattered backwards based on your weakness that you put into it. The other one just now has a large golem-sized dent in it, but it doesn't look like it's been broken or splintered.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also try an investigation?
Yeah, heck yeah, everyone can.
Oh, never mind.
As you're trying to go through it, you just really don't remember what this door goes to. You're more lost in thought as you're trying to sit there and remember as you're investigating for a moment, but then you just go, "What is behind this door?" Kind of like trying to remember exactly what is back there. Um, Even while the large snoring fills the cavern.
I'm sorry, I cut out. Did Feldspar try to punch the door again?
He stopped himself because he's an intelligent creature and not a brute.
Um, then I'm just gonna say I think we should move away from this area.
Oh,
Not from this.
what I was telling them if you'd like to try. The players are trying to roll investigation to see if there's just a way to open the door instead of breaking through it. If you'd like to roll investigation.
I would just like to not open.
I will say the door is not the threatening part, but there is a dragon in the pit behind you guys.
Yeah, and if we keep going
Mm-mm.
down this spiral, we're
You'll
just
get to the
walking
dragon.
towards it.
It just
Oh.
seems like why are we going through this door?
Well, because it's further to the through the tunnel.
So here's the layout really quick, just to re-explain to everyone. There is the spiral you guys came down to where you are. The top of the spiral obviously leading up to the top of the cavern after a few days worth of just random little like service tunnels to get down to where the main deep roads. On your guys' left, though, around the middle of you could assume this mountain, based on your just assumptions, based on where the lava is, you guys found a massive door on your left, and on your right, you see the cylinder that has small, like window-like holes that you can look down through and see into the lava pit. But also, there is this stand where you guys stole stuff from. But in that pit that is on your guys' right, there's a dragon at the bottom now, or you could assume to be, just based on this massive reptilian head in this lava that has broken up through the obsidian and kind of stuck his head out. And that the path, this deep road that spirals around, continues down lower into the tunnels. You don't know if it perhaps goes deeper, even further than what where this creature is, but the two paths you really have laid before you is either go, or the three paths is go back up, go through this door, or go downward.
Yep.
What going down or back would be okay.
You're not coming through all the way.
I was just asking, going back or down wouldn't be such a bad thing then.
Hmm. I mean, I
Um,
guess like yeah, if we don't like, because it doesn't seem like at least for right now we're getting through this door.
yeah, I mean, unless, well, I got a 9, so
Yeah, you guys are all not doing too hot with the investigation.
can I
Rib,
try investigating farther down in the like the other path that leads downward?
yeah, you can go investigate.
Can I ask?
Yes.
So I'm just thinking if I were to cast erupting earth
Oh my god.
underneath this door, it creates a 20-foot cube of ground that like comes up there like a fountain of turned earth and stone is what it describes it as. Would I have any thinking that that might open part of this door or like knock it off its hinges or something?
No, no. This door is built into the stonework. And even if it was to be like kind of lowered a little bit, it'd be held up by the massive bars that hold it at the very top, about 20 feet above you
Right.
guys. As well, there's this massive bar that holds the doors together in the middle, keeping it locked. All it would probably do is really piss off that thing behind you and below you.
Right.
If that's what you want to do, and wipe the party, and then you may. Oh, not wipe the party. I do not mean that. Oh, wow. Feldspar will be fine.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow. What does
I do
I
resist
got a
fire.
15.
What? What?
I got a 15
Hmm.
down the other pathway that leads down.
You can't really tell much about it even with rolling investigation. It seems like it leads down further, but without really going down it very far. You're not entirely sure what makes it different from up here compared to down there. It seems to be the same exact style of path, very fancy in build, as it just kind of goes lower and lower.
We're on a mountain, right? So going down doesn't particularly mean like going like that far underground since we're technically on a mountain. So we should be going down, right?
Yeah, you could assume so for sure. So what are you guys doing?
Um. Well, that's a good question.
I mean, Avard's gonna. Sorry.
No, I'm just thinking Gaya's gonna continue to try to quietly use her old dagger in an attempt to kind of see if she can work her way through the boards of the one thing that now has a golem fist in it.
Okay, roll and pry your way through. You'll watch as you chip a small hole through this door. You're able to see through, but you're not able to get your way all the way through. Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. Ignore everything I said. Roll damage.
Yeah. R B D.
Yeah. You're able to chip through, um, as you kind of get a small hole, to see through. Inside through this hole, you see pitch black darkness.
Okay.
All the way to your farthest vision of dark vision, it is dark, jet black dark. In this cave, you'll notice that it looks like dwarven main torches have kept the place lit up and kind of brighter in here than the rest of the area, keeping it well lit. And so you guys kind of have some lighting in here, as well as you now have a glow from the lava deep below you, kind of glowing in the cave a bit more through those many little window-like holes.
I'm also fun. Okay. She's gonna keep at it. Because the pitch blackness, um, kind of better than potential lava dragon.
All right, what are the rest of you doing?
Um.
Hmm.
Can I come and help Gaia with my scimitar?
Sure. Roll sleight of hands, both of you, though, to be quiet if you're attempting to be quiet.
Yeah.
Why would I be quiet, Ty?
Don't you
I'm
fucking
gonna.
dare.
No, I'm
Is
gonna
this
be
to
quiet.
remove
Yeah.
boards, right?
Yes,
I'm gonna assume a
25.
crowbar would not be
that's
stealthy
a,
or
Nat
quiet.
20. Nat 20.
Good job.
Oh,
you guys are
You
stealthy.
both got a free.
Nice.
Yay.
I wouldn't say Feldspar's stealthy, so I'm
You
sorry,
just
my
gonna make an
but
attack? You just gonna make an attack roll then? Yeah, make your attack rolls.
Wait, he's just whacking it? Okay.
no, I didn't say I was. I'm just saying I can't really help here. I'm not that stealthy.
Okay.
Okay, roll damage, Alondria. And then Claire, roll your to hit.
to hit.
Yep.
Oh, can I actually use Green Flame Blade on this as well?
No, it's not a creature.
Okay, good. I'm
Aw.
sorry. I was thinking I was above level 5. Never mind. I'm being stupid.
Also, Avar's just gonna be pacing near like the path that leads to the downward area,
What level are you
um,
guys?
watching
Fine.
the rest of you guys.
Okay. What level are you guys?
5.
Oh, you have a little fifth level cantrip, Melangia.
Yeah, but I'm 4 and 1, remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Cantrips
wait.
are overall
You said
level.
I could still. Right.
Yeah, no, I did say you could still, because I thought it was
So
stupid.
doesn't. So then doesn't. Hold on a second. Let me check the wording now. Now I'm confused.
Green Flame Blade does an extra 1d8 on the initial attack when it's 5th
Right.
level.
At
I have
50.
it on.
Oh, then yes, you can roll the extra d8 worth of damage.
Cool.
Claire, what weapon are you using now?
Keeping with my old dagger.
Oh, that was not a d8, it was a d20. Now, sorry, back to you, Katie. What were you asking? Or saying?
I was just saying, Avard is like pacing and watching the group try to break through this door. He's facing near the entrance to like the downward area.
Okay. All right, so let's get your damage now, Claire.
All right. 7.
Yeah, you guys are able to chip a big enough chunk out that lets you guys fit through,
Oh,
if you'd
wow.
like to.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
gonna try to stealth her way in.
Roll a stealth check.
Seeing that
Oh.
Gia is
I have
being
disadvantage on it though, right?
Yes, because you're glowing.
Okay. Well,
All
let's
glowers have
Oh.
disadvantage on stealth.
it'd be like that
Shoot.
sometimes. Oh, all right. 18.
Elundria will watch Gaia try to be stealthy and will be like, ooh, and put her finger up to her lips and also try to be stealthy.
Go for it.
Yay.
Yeah. Nice stealthily make your way in. Is anyone else going in?
I'll try stealthing
I'm gonna go in last.
Yeah.
Is it big enough for Feldspar and for our 2 Kunari friends
It's
to
big
fit
enough
through?
for the Kunari to fit through. It is not big
That's
enough
why
for
I
the
said I'm going
unflexible
last.
feldspar, yeah.
That's why I said I'm going last. Because if I wake
Oh.
up this thing, I don't want anyone else to have to worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
I
shoot,
think
no,
you
that's
should go in
disadvantage.
first then. You should be going in first, so if you do wake it
No.
up, the rest of us don't have to be in.
That
If
makes
I
no
wake it up,
sense.
you guys will
That
be up
makes no
on the other
sense.
side.
Yeah.
Are they not okay, is the dragon not connected to where the door is?
No, I told you that.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm
No, the
sorry.
dragon's in
I'm
the
sorry.
volcano. You guys are
I
going just through a door.
just okay. Then I guess I do support going through the door.
Well,
Yeah, that's what everyone's telling you. If you go down the stairs, you're going to the dragon.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just didn't
well,
understand the layout. I
No,
got
you're good.
5 for stealth,
If
though.
I was a better
I'm
artist.
helping. I'm helping Sarah Bus also. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be bad
Alright,
anyway.
8, 14, 15, 18, 11 damage. Um, 5 stealth. Oh, great. Alright. So all of you make it through and are attempting to stealth. As Omarid and Avard try to slip through, you'll watch as they kind of clunk through the hole.
Yeah.
As Omarid kind of trips on some of the scraps, kind of like just wobbling his way through as he goes to grab onto the door, and just kind of like slides his hand kind of across the wood. For Avard, he's trying to fit through Cerebos as well. The Cerebos kind of slides through, and you'll just hear him just being like, Kadan, come on! As you just kind of, the two of you just kind of plop and slip through the wood. Um, as you're trying to help tug him through, as he's got almost similarly not very able to be very flexible, just like Feldspar. As Feldspar, as you come up to this door, you're not getting through this hole in its current setup.
Dwarf and elf sized, so.
is this door able to be made fittable?
Oh yeah, if you roll a good enough athletics, you could definitely.
Okay. This is coming from someone that doesn't care about noise right now, because everyone else is safe.
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
Burst through the door.
I said I will get through this door.
I know you will.
Alternatively, we could just leave him behind.
True.
Yeah,
True.
sure. I mean, you could always do that with everyone. We could do that with you.
Okay, so leaving Feldspar behind would be
Nat
the
20.
worst idea. Yeah. As you come over, you are just you can't do this quietly. I'm so sorry, but you're
Do you think I was going to do this quietly? Didn't.
Okay.
you'll grab
I was
onto the
expecting
two
me to
sections.
smash.
You'll grab onto the two sections of the hole next to them, and you're just going to grab, pull, and just peel and crack and rip the two chunks of door and boards off and kind of hurl them to the sides as you walk through. With this, you guys will hear a massive roar come from the volcano. As you kind of look back over your shoulder hearing this noise, Feldspar, you'll watch as a massive pair of wings stretch up and through, and you can only really see little glimpses of them through the holes. As you'll watch as one massive clawed hand kind of pokes its claws through the hole of the little window kind of area, as he just peels down a chunk of the stone, and you'll watch as his body kind of stretches up and upward. As he kind of brings his head upwards and he just screams like a fire breath kind of roar up and through the spiral, spiraling upwards, up and out towards the roof of the volcano. When this happens, you'll watch as the large clump of earth and snow comes tumbling down this pit of the volcano as it all comes crumbling down over his head as you watch as this just infuriates him more. We're gonna roll initiative just for you guys to move around this area and not get murderified.
Jesus.
That's fair.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh man, that was beans.
I'm scared.
Um, what's mine? That's Sophia. Come.
Katie, can you mute? Love you. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun environmental encounters.
Yeah.
Yay.
Environmental? Sure. Uh,
As well as dragon.
I don't know. Dragon could be considered an environmental.
I don't. I think it's a lizard.
all right. Who's the last
Yeah.
roll? Who's the last roll? Oh, I got to roll for Ruby
well-
too.
Also, Claire, actually, a dragon is a dragon. A lizard would be a beast.
Can you shut the fuck up? I'm
Just-
not a
no, just-
biologist, and I've never claimed to be one.
Just clarifying that.
Haha, clarifying.
I've
Claire.
never heard that
Uh-huh.
joke before.
It's almost popular as my last name jokes.
That is so fucking rude, Katie. That is so
What?
upsettingly rude of what you said about that dragon. All right, Landria, you're first.
So this thing is behind us, correct?
Yes, you are through the door, and it is on the other side of the door where you guys were before.
That rhymed.
I know, I was gonna say that the dragon was a big old whore, but I didn't feel like it fit as well.
And said no.
So yeah, she's just gonna try and, I guess, stealthily dash straight ahead.
Haha, Dash, your other character. Yeah, roll.
Who can now
Run.
dash as a bonus action because
That's
we're level
right.
2 in that campaign.
That's right. He can do himself as a bonus action.
Okay, I don't like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you have to make it weird?
You okay? That was on
I
me.
mean,
That was
I
on
mean,
you.
you did break.
He can do himself every turn as a
9-year-old
bonus action.
child.
Oh, why did you phrase it like that?
I was trying to make a. I was taking, you know.
And we've all enjoyed what you've said.
Wow, Katie, you made Andy run. And this is all Katie's fault. Can we all agree it was Katie?
Oh, come on, Katie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Katie.
No.
Yeah, you should probably think about what you've
No,
done.
Angie, I'm so sorry.
Go talk it out. Go talk it out. Go talk it out.
no. I feel like they've been sent to timeout. Bring them back.
Oh, Katie, you scared off Andy again.
I'm so
I'm just
sorry.
gonna dash. I'm just gonna dash.
All
No.
right, make the dash
Should I
action.
dash?
What do you mean make a dash action?
Yeah, make a dash roll. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah. Do I have to roll another stealth to try and be stealthy still, or?
No. We'll keep your guys' stealth from before unless you fuck up. But you actually might want to re-roll because when you run forward, wait, you can't do a bonus action dash, can you? So you can't really, you can't make a stealth roll anyways. Because you have to do the hide action. Um,
Oh, right, true.
as you're running forward, you'll almost collide with what looks to be similarly standing a copy of perhaps the bigger version of Feldspar as you almost clobber right into this large statue.
Whoa.
It looks like it's just standing there, no glow coming from it, just patiently waiting. As you look around, you'll see what looks like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 20. As you look farther, you'll see more and more of these lined up, facing away from the door, as if they were standing, attempting to protect something. You look as none of them are all seem like they're standing and waiting. Some look like they're standing, some look like they've been toppled to the ground, destroyed. It looks like a battle had happened here long ago, as you can see what looks to be the corpses of blackened metal armor, holding kind of crooked and gnarled blades. You can see these large statues. Some of them look like they were holding on to these creatures as a large hand perhaps clobbered off their head and tumbled it to the side. The one next to you seems the most stable, but you can see where it looks like the glow in its body and form has been removed, as the others seem just completely annihilated. Um, but it looks like the last line of a few of these did their job to protect these doors, and then that was all. And then it looks like the battle had stopped at that point, and these ones that were here simply turned off and shut down.
So that's what was behind this door. Yeah, okay, I guess that's all she can do. That's unsettling because now I feel like we're on the darkspawn side of this door.
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
probably.
You can see the Darkspawn corpses. That's what that armor is, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
You just
Yeah,
don't know it
well,
as well.
Yay.
All
Yay.
right, so Avard.
Have the frying pan into the fire.
Um, I'm gonna. So the dragon claws are reaching through the doors at
No,
this point. Okay.
no, they were reaching through the little windows in the that you could look into the volcano pit.
Can I just scout out a nice area to go, like in the direction of Alondria?
Yeah, you can go towards Alondria. You can't see exactly what Alondria sees at this moment. Actually, do you have dark vision?
I don't
So
think
I'm bringing Cerebos with me as I'm doing this.
As you run into the darkness, you will lose vision of where you're really going then.
Then I'm just making sure to hold on to Cerebos.
Yeah.
Um, and then trying to hide if that's possible.
Yeah, yeah, you can do so. Make a hide action.
Or just roll stealth.
Yeah, you just roll stealth. Sorry, I was halfway through doing a yawn, trying to at least.
Well, okay, so actually, can I just try to alternatively hide Cerebos more so than me?
I mean, you guys can just hide together. I'll just say his turn
Okay.
usually is on your turn.
you're a package deal.
16. I don't know what to do because I don't want to pick the dragon. I'm just gonna hide.
All right. Yeah, the two of you hide. Is that your turn?
Um,
As you come over, you will feel what seems like a weird stone pillory-like thing next to you as you kind of hide Cerebus behind it, just barely able to visualize what's around you. You see what looks like a large stone kind of statue is what you're kind of hiding in behind as you're not as near to Alondria as you had hoped. Because you can't really see her. Let's get a good old Omerid turn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Claire with her one character name in here. Psh, who do you think you are
No,
getting a last name?
she has two characters' names. It's Gaia, and then her other character in Wild Space is Kadesh.
I'm gonna drop this call.
Please, don't.
So
Please don't. Please. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
we got through the other side of the gate, and we're just running from this dragon,
Yep.
from what I understand. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, if that's the case, I'll just move and then just. Oh, you know what? So I'll move. I'll action dash and I'll bonus action dash.
Okay.
If we're just trying to get the flip away from this dragon.
How much movement is that? Can you let me know?
Yeah. I have one exhaustion, right?
Yep.
So I no, that doesn't have movement, right?
Nope.
That's 25. That's 75 movement.
Good. Nice to know. Okay. Is that it?
Three.
Um,
I think that would be it.
yeah, that's all I can do. Yeah.
Sounds good. Claire.
Well, Gaia's gonna run in the direction of Alondria. Because I'm pretty sure she could see at least the direction she ran in. She's gonna
Yes.
run towards her.
Yep. You can also tell that Avard ran similar direction.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, she's going.
All right.
Does she do anything else or?
No, you'll see the similar kind of stone visages as you kind of run forward. You cannot drink lava. Don't fuck with me.
No.
All right. All right. That's gonna bring us to Feldspar. Unless you're rolling a
Okay.
stealth check, Gaia.
She already rolled the stealth. Would she need to re-roll it?
No, you would not.
Okay.
Nice stuff.
Feldspar, what you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing? What you doing?
So, try to get away from the door. I think I'd also just dash.
All right. How far do you go with a dash?
I would be able to go 80 feet.
Nice.
You have a 40-foot movement speed?
Barbarian level 5.
Goodbye.
Oh, right.
Technically unarmored.
Goodbye.
Wait, does unarmored work with natural armor?
I don't know.
I think.
Since it's a part of you, unarmored is technically yourself.
Okay.
So natural would be built onto you.
Okay. Works for me. All right, Otto.
How far away is the dragon?
It seems to be right about 50 feet away from the door.
Oh shit! All right. Let's see. What has Ano got today? He has got 50 feet away from the door, and I'm right next to the door.
Yep. Everyone was next to the door as it started.
Okay. I'm gonna move 30 feet away from the door.
Yep.
And then if the dragon gets within 10, I'm gonna use my action to hold a spell for if the dragon gets within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Sounds good. And then that leaves us with Ruby. Ruby is going to cast Fly, as she's just going to float up and kind of land in an unknown area as she kind of disappears into the darkness.
Oh.
And then it is the dragon's turn. You guys are going to hear as the dragon clatters upwards as it just kind of brings itself up onto the platform outside you consume. You're going to watch as it tips its head down, and you're going to see one large eye look through this hole that you guys have made in this door as it locks on to the two Kunari kind of sitting back into that next to that statue. You're going to watch as he puts his mouth in front of the hole in the door and just goes All right, everyone except for Omerid and Feldspar are gonna make dexterity saving throws for me.
Motherfucker. Okay. Let's see if I get bumped.
I don't have to, or
No, you guys ran out of the distance of it. You and Omerid are out of the distance. Everyone else is not.
How hard are you gonna get to go?
75 and 80 reaches past the 60-foot cone.
Jesus.
Ooh.
What's my dex save?
Hopefully no one
Don't
dies.
look worried.
Hopefully no one
I got a
dies.
17.
Oh, Claire, remember that? Wait, no, we
Probably.
don't have. Never. I don't think. Never mind.
What?
Oh,
For everyone that's also curious, dragon's
we
breaths do not count as magical effects or spells.
we
Nope.
have.
Fun fact.
This is natural.
All natural,
Oh,
baby.
I mean, there's no. I'm thinking of evasion, which we don't have yet, Claire.
We
But
have
I mean, there's
uncanny
still.
dodge. That's it.
Yeah. Mm.
I think Andy will be back in a minute.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, it's been nice knowing you guys. I can't wait to end up a charred corpse.
All of you fail.
No.
Fail, fail,
Well,
fail, fail.
Oh,
at
I
least you
got a
take half,
17.
Gale.
That was the best roll I could have gotten in my life.
No, we don't have evasion yet, Nick.
Well,
You guys take
I mean, we have.
54
7.
fire damage.
You have
Wait, how
uncanny
much?
dodge.
54 fire damage.
Don't do this
Whoa.
to me.
Oh my god.
Am I gonna have to fucking uncanny dodge
Uh,
this?
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
And perhaps not die within 3 seconds. Oh no! We lost Andy. There's Andy.
Um, deck save?
Yes, deck save.
Okay.
By the way, I rolled. I don't know if I was supposed to. I was supposed
Roll for Cerebos.
to. It was an 8.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Is anyone straight up dead?
Well, I'm gonna have to take an uncanny dodge, or else I fucking would be.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm not dead. I'm just
I'm out.
not looking. I'm not looking great. Also, I think I don't know how you're doing it, but Sarah would be unconscious.
So who's unconscious? Everybody tell me who's unconscious.
Moi.
All right, so Landry's unconscious, Cerebos is unconscious.
Otto.
Otto's unconscious.
Oh.
Wait, what about, don't you have the absorb element?
I do, but I prepared a spell with my reaction, so I don't think I can use it.
No, you can use it.
Oh,
Preparing an ability only becomes a reaction if it activates as a reaction.
Use it. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna use my paladin absorb elements to.
Doesn't Cerebos also have absorb elements?
I think I do.
He does. I don't know if he's allowed to use it. That's
Let me make an Arcana check for him.
he has a +3 to Arcana.
I'll use it.
I
Well,
he got a mod 20. I'll say he uses absorb elements as well. So instead, you guys will take 25 plus 2. You'll take 27 fire damage.
Oh boy.
As this a massive ripple of flame just goes right through this area.
Ugh. Yes, okay, I think.
Oh boy.
cool, so I'm up with 5 hit points.
Oh boy.
Now he's got to do this puppy right here.
No.
Nope, okay. He doesn't get his fire breath back.
Oh good.
Thank you, thank you. All right. Thank you, sweetheart. All right. So you guys are back to the initiative order. So we're gonna go to the very top, which is gonna be Alondria. What are you doing with your very low health? You'll watch as the fire kind of rips across you. You'll watch as it kind of covers in a heavy flame. As you kind of patch yourself off, you'll watch as your skin is quite scarred and kind of fucked up by the burn. Nothing permanent, like not actual scars, but just like you're all bubbled up, man. It hurts.
Ouch.
Ouchie.
Um, I'm gonna like bite my tongue so that I don't, or like, like cover my mouth or something like that so I'm not screaming from pain. And then I'm going to
Oh god, we're fucked.
Would being behind one of these like stone golems, like the one right next to me, would that be like total cover or part cover?
Yeah.
Then she's just gonna cure wounds herself. Third level cure wounds. Why not? Um, and then hide behind, or not hide, but just go around the other side of this.
Actually, can I have you make a nature check for me? Actually,
Sure.
yeah, I think that'll be better.
Nature. 19.
You actually realize that these golems are like soldiers. And essentially, they're made to be resistant but not impervious to fire. And since they right now don't have health and they're not alive, there is a chance with how strong the dragon fire is usually spoken to be, it could just melt through this golem and now you have molten stone or metal pouring all over you instead.
Oh,
You want to get lavaed?
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because if I use my full movement, I'll be 80 feet away anyway.
Hmm.
So it doesn't matter. Okay. So
Okay,
yeah, she's still gonna do the third level cure wounds, and then she's gonna run and get her ass out of there.
sounds good. As you're running, you will watch as you almost completely trip and flip over top of this massive skeleton that has these large horns that kind of curl up on both sides. As it looks like this has this massive kind of toothy maw that is holding on to one of the heads of one of the golems in its skeletal hand.
Wonderful.
As you make your way behind one of these stone men.
At least it's dead.
With that. It is the next turn, which is going to be Avard. Avard/Cerebus.
um, I he's going to cast heroism on himself. Not cast, but just um. So you get extra hit points, basically.
You'll watch as you kind of reach into your pocket, pulling out like a balm that's kind of made out of like a kind of floury paste, and you'll watch as you kind of like scrub a like Kunari symbol kind of on your head as you kind of buff yourself up with a little bit of heroism. What are you doing?
Um, then Bart's just gonna grab onto Cerebus and start running like as far away as possible. I don't, you can't dash, right?
Oh yeah, you cannot dash his action now since you cast heroism. As you're moving
Um,
forward, you can see where the fire has lit up the like 60-foot cone, and it kind of keeps this room a bit brighter where you can see things now. You can now see these rows and rows of golems that kind of line like a battlefield with skeletons and stuff like that that line the in betweens them.
can I see like Feldspar or
Yeah, you can see that Feldspar has kind of blended himself in, not purposefully, but into the like army of golems. The only thing that separates him from the rest is he's glowing this bright lyrium color, and the fact that he's made of steel, and most of these other ones are made of stone.
Bard's gonna push Cerebus in the direction of Feldspar. And just go on, just run farther. I will catch up.
You watch as Cerebos kind of running with just his little legs. He's trying to move forward as fast as he can. He's just kind of like doing his heavy sprint, as it looks like his legs and stuff like that have been really burnt up from the fire. As he's kind of running forward, you can see where the searing from the hot metal on his armor kind of did like a little burning kind of gash into his back. As he's kind of sprinting, just running over towards Feldsfar. You watch as he almost kind of falls down to the ground as he kind of slides across over to Feldsfar's feet as he just kind of turns around and like scooches himself over behind one of the pillars without much emotion still kind of ridden over him as he just kind of sits there.
Um, and then Bard's just gonna try to just cover himself with his arms, kind of preparing to be attacked again.
Okay.
I got 30 feet of movement.
So how far are you in so far now? Are you 90 feet in or are you 60 feet in?
It would be 60 feet in since last time I didn't dash either.
Okay. Well, okay.
I'm gonna die. Not gonna lie.
Well,
Wait for TPK.
we'll see who else might die with you. We'll go down to Gaia. Or sorry, Omarid.
Yay.
Okay. Um. Oh, real quick. Do Okay, no, so I have. But then yeah, just to make sure I get the rules right for the like race of dwarves. We
Mhm.
don't have our saves with poison or anything, right?
No, no,
Like we
I
have
don't
our
think so.
like we have dark vision from the race, but not the like resistance to poison
I'm
damage and
I'm not
everything.
sure. If you don't have it written down, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You do have it
Yeah.
from Warden. The Warden gives you resistance and advantage on poison saves.
Yeah.
And
The
I think that dwarves that live underground still do. I think it's the surface dwarves that lose the poison resistance, if I remember
I
correctly.
lose the stone sense. I have no idea where I'm going.
Right.
okay.
And the
All right,
magic
yeah.
resistance.
I was just making sure. Um in that case, yeah, since I'm very far out, can I just look for where everyone else is? Because I don't think I ran in the same direction they did.
All right, so 1 second.
Yeah.
Dwarf. A cast. There's only cast dwarves and surface dwarves. Cast dwarves get the general dwarf's traits, and
Hmm.
then so if it's in the general dwarf traits, you got it.
Wow.
If it's not in the general dwarf traits, you don't got it. So go look.
But also, like Nico said, he's also a Grey Warden, so.
Yes, you're also Grey Warden, and they don't stack anyways. So.
I got cut out, Ty, when you said if it's in the general dwarf
Yeah, look,
traits.
is the poison thing a general dwarf trait? Just like regular ass 5e dwarf? Is it in that?
Um, y yes, yeah.
It
Then
is.
yes, you have it.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Why did you want to know? This isn't a poison dragon.
No, I was just curious because I didn't know if like because it's Dragon Age if like if the dwarf was like a little bit different for it.
No, so you get all the base general dwarf stats, and then you just get the special stuff based on the Dragon Age thing, which is already in this chat. So the
Right.
special stuff you get it from being a cast dwarf, even though you're castless, is the repel magic and their magic. Yeah, the magic resistance thingy, where you when dwarves save against magical effects, they can choose to make a con save instead. You can only use this once a short or long rest.
Oh, okay.
You also get +1 to strength as a cast dwarf.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wait, did I
Yeah,
make
I
you a
didn't.
surface dwarf though?
I'm a cast. It says I'm a cast
Yes, but I
dwarf.
did I give you the surface? Oh, it says you're a cast dwarf?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know you're castless. I just wasn't sure. Yes. See, that's where you
Oh,
get the
yeah. I
repel magic.
wrote in the thing cast in parentheses less.
Yeah.
Castless is still technically a cast. If you think about it.
Per-
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your
And
subclass
then
essentially. So your subrace. So, um, anywho, what are you doing?
um I yeah, can I look out to try to find everyone? Because I don't think I
You
ran
can see
in the
almost
same.
everybody now. You can see what looks like people are hiding amongst the statues and making their way further into the wherever the hell you guys are. You can see most of the area now. You can see what looks like next to this gate, built into the stone, are two massive watchtowers that look like they are filled with a large ballista, as well as this large field of a battlefield. Essentially, you can see dwarf corpses now that line the more sides. You can see bodies of darkspawn that fill all of the cracks of battle, and then you see all these golems all the way back until the first six. The first six closest to the door, only about 25 feet away from the door itself, seem to be the only ones that may have quote unquote survived the battle. But once the battle was done, and perhaps no masters remaining, they just stood their ground and turned off.
Okay. I guess how far away am I from them?
The
Those
rest of the group or the statues,
the
the
statues,
golems.
the six that turned
You're
on.
about 35 feet away from the golems.
Okay, I will. Okay, I'm gonna move bonus action dash there to get there.
Hmm.
Um, how are the golems looking? I know like shut off.
Those six look fine. They just look like they're not on. All of the rest look decimated by war and battle.
Okay. Would there I know Feldspar runs on lyrium, and I have the that idol that's
Hmm.
just refined lyrium.
You also know that
Um,
Feldspar, when you first met him, had a control rod that seems like you don't know where the control rod for these things are.
oh shoot, right. Okay, I'm gonna start looking around for
Roll investigation.
the control rod. Yeah. Would I still be able to use it if as a cast dwarf I can't use magic wands?
It's not a wand.
It's not a wand.
Oh, okay.
Also, dwarves wouldn't have made golems if they couldn't use them. That'd make no
That's
sense.
entirely fair. That's a good
Right,
point.
right.
Yeah, you got me
Yeah,
there.
it's just a piece of tech, really.
Yeah,
We made all these
that was
golems, but we can't turn them on. Fuck. Guess we die.
that was a 15 investigation.
Yeah, you begin shuffling through some rods. Each dwarf in this back line, as you're kind of running around, shifting through them, you find a rod, you activate it. You'll watch as one of the broken golems shift to life as you kind of call out, like, wake up! You watch as one of the golems shifts to life. It's shattered and broken. It just lets out a kind of, oh, as it kind of crawls on the ground and it just goes, ooh. As you shift to the next rod, you lift it up. You do the same thing. You watch as one of the broken golems shift to lights, and you watch as its body just collapses as it kind of walks forward, as it looks like it was barely held together after the damage of battle. Eventually, you reach a rod, and one of the healthy golems clicks to life. You watch as it kind of shifts on, and it's just going to go. As you command, Master of the Rod, as it kind of like stands forward and turns around towards where the dragon is facing, and it's going to block its arms kind of in an X pattern and stand defensively.
Ooh, ooh.
Yay.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
We see
Um,
the got one.
oh, um, I see them all. Yeah. Well, no, because even then, okay, that's not gonna do anything. Oh wait, these things are huge, right? These are, or no, I don't know that.
These
How
things are
big are
all
these
large-sized creatures. They're all big boys.
Say that again. What size?
They're all large-sized creatures. They're all big.
Oh,
So six of them are
um,
six large-sized creatures.
okay. I'm gonna tell the golem to go to everyone to just kind of be like a wall for them in front of the dragon.
You only have control of one.
Ah, okay. Well,
The
jump to
other
mine
ones,
then.
the other ones are all broken zombies essentially that you've just reawoken,
Um,
kind of like shattered gems from Steven Universe, as they're just kind of crawling like arms and torsos, trying to follow your command as they could barely move.
in that case, I'll just tell them to run to everyone, and then when they get there, I guess effectively cast the help action for anything they're doing.
You're expecting way more out of them than what they can suffice. These things are
Okay.
non-functional. They're just awake.
Um.
You've
Oh.
awoken their
Okay.
pain and suffering, and that is all that you've done.
Yeah. You are literally torturing them. That's what's happening.
This is egregious. This would be a war crime if there was a Geneva in Dragon Age.
Yeah.
You're
And if
trying to
golems were
force
people.
labor on them.
If Paragon what's his fucking name? Carradine was here, he'd be so mad at you. You'd get just the angy finger, just the finger slide, just the no no no.
Uh. I'll just Just stay right there then.
Uh huh.
They continue to moan.
You're so mean.
Yeah, that's your turn.
Yep.
Wait, so
Yay.
what's the one that's actually alive doing?
That one's defending the in front of where the dragon's coming through. So it's just standing its place. It's pretty much just literally turns around and makes like an X with its arms.
Oh, it's already by the dragon?
No, it's 20 feet away from the dragon,
No.
but it's like it just turns around
Oh.
in place and is just protecting if it comes through.
Oh,
If
okay.
you can
Yeah, no,
activate
that's fine.
5 more, you got 5 more golems. So, um,
They
with
would have a wall.
yeah, they're big too. If you get 4 of them, that's enough to fill like almost a huge creature's space, if not bigger. And this thing seems to be not a huge but a gargantuan sized creature. Wait.
Oof.
No, it's huge. It's a huge sized creature.
I'll just get Omri to like when it's his turn, just like hold like bundles of these control rods in like one hand.
Yay.
Fine.
Yay.
With the other 5.
All right. Let's take a look. See who's next. Omaride and then Claire. Gaia.
She's running towards where Elandra is, or quote unquote Elandra. So she's now 100 feet away from the door.
Hell yeah.
So she's about 10 feet past Elandria, I think.
Yep. And
Yep.
Yay.
1 second. Gotta get some epic music in here.
Yeah, that's about as much as I can do.
I didn't realize Groovy had turned off and was still sleeping dragon. Sometimes I lose focus.
sleeping dragon.
I wish the dragon was still asleep, but Feldspar just had to be too big for the door.
All
Yeah, I
right.
mean, if you wanted to, it could be awoken up, and we could have been going your way and going near it.
Oh yeah, going down towards the dragon, Katie.
We could have also just turned around and gone back.
And where would that lead us?
We could have gone down other tunnels and not been here.
Okay, can I just say
All
this
right,
is
well-
literally Moria right now? Okay, this is the scene where the dragon is the octopus monster in the creek. Going back is going through the mountain pass, and going forward is going through the mines of Moria, literally.
Yep. Pretty
Okay,
much.
well,
All
I
right.
have a
So
little woulda, shoulda. So
yeah.
my
Thank you, Claire, for the words of wisdom. That's why you're here, buddy.
Thank you. Well, my turn's over. Whomever may go.
Otto.
Yeah. No, I think it's Feldspar. Feldspar got an 11 on
Oh,
initiative.
probably. Yeah, right.
What's up?
I forgot how rude it is to lead Discord chats, and I've just had like 3 people message me today and just be like, "Do you know why so many people left Discord chats today?" I was like, "Oh, I was just cleaning up, getting rid of Discord chats by leaving them." But it notifies everyone that I have left the channel, and I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh,
Yes, and you have ruined my.
I know."
recent
Chris
chat
told me to,
history.
and Eli,
Yeah.
and my friend River. All right. So, anyways, what was happening? Completely zoned out.
Feldspar's turn.
That's
It's
fine.
apparently my turn.
Is it?
Well, I got a 14, you got an 11, and there's nothing between that. So
Oh, Claire, wait, what was happening with you?
I just ran. I didn't do a jack shit else.
Fuck. Okay, dude.
I respect the hustle.
All right, continuing. Let's go through this fast now because it's just running. Feltar, what you doing? Have your turns ready when I get to you. By the way, it'll make things go quicker.
Yes. I think I'm just gonna keep running. Try to find a way out.
You will see some of these golems that are now awakened in just immense sadness and pain as they're kind of moaning out, just oh. As there's
Yes, hello,
hands crawling
hi.
towards you.
Yes, ew, please don't touch me. Yes, hi. This feels weird. I don't want to be here right now. I feel oddly uncomfortable.
You hear one of them say, "Hole," as you're kind of running past. Hole!
I don't have to do that. I don't listen to your rod thingy. As I just keep running, dashing 80 more feet.
Wow, Jesus, okay. Going on to the next in the order. Otto.
Yeah, so I see this giant golem run up past me, and I say, "You got big again. So we're fighting it then?"
It's just gonna look down at you and it's just going to go, protect the door. Stop the dragon from entering. Protect the door. Protect the
Okay.
dwarf. Protect the dwarf. Protect the dwarf.
Yeah, Kata, yes. Yes, Kata. We got to protect Kata then.
Run. Run.
Run? What do you mean?
Run.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I'll cast, so I'll move 30 feet back. Is the dragon close enough to hit me now?
You're moving over towards the dragon?
No, away from the dragon. I'm not
Oh.
gonna. No.
Is you 60
I was
feet
gonna
away?
No, I'm gonna be. I'm 30 feet away right now because I only moved 30 feet away from the door, so I don't know where the dragon is.
Oh. The dragon is the door, essentially.
Okay. So then I'm gonna move another 30 feet back, and
Okay.
I guess I'll cast.
Wow, the paladins are both gonna die together.
Oh,
I guess
no.
Really true.
I'm gonna kind of try to go against the wall in the opposite direction, not in the opposite direction, but away from uh, Cerebos and Avard.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm like kind of away from it, and I'm gonna just cast a piddly first level magic missile just to kind of get its attention, so it's not looking at them.
Oh, buddy, it's a 60-foot cone.
Well, I know, but if it doesn't recharge, then it'll
Oh, yeah.
have to move and attack.
That's so fair.
So I guess I'm just gonna
Yay.
do 3d4 plus 3 damage, but you know.
On your attack missile, let's see what it does damage.
Yeah. All right.
Yay. Yay.
That's 10 force damage. Woo!
Yay.
First blood.
All right, yeah.
Dragon is dead.
It's
You
dead.
did it.
No, it's really dead.
You did it.
It only had 10 HP.
That was the trick, honestly.
That's
you knew
the
that we were
battle.
gonna run. You knew that we were gonna run. So
He
you
has double vulnerability, so he takes actually 40 damage. Wait, no. 20,
Whoa.
40. Yes.
Ah.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's measly,
Yeah.
and it scrapes him.
Don't worry, the dragon's
Um,
keeping him lava for ages. He's really all burnt up. Pathetic.
Oh yeah, he's actually not immune to lava. He's resistant. He just takes long lava baths. It's like taking a really hot shower, but it still hurts
Me
you.
too, buddy.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I understand that. I respect that.
All right. With that, at the end of your turn, you're going to watch as he roars out in pain, and you're just gonna hear a loud flapping sound, and he's gonna roll damage.
He gets reactions too.
He gets legendary actions. He's a dragon.
Coward. What a coward.
You're going to watch as he begins to flap his wings on the other side of this door. Who is breathing? Who did this?
Sorry, my mic moved around.
Don't breathe.
Fuck is breathing. Stop it.
Okay, I'll just hold my breath real quick.
Thank you.
That was so mean.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah, my mic hit my blanket. I was
Yes.
You're saying he for this dragon. Does that mean that this is not even like the biggest size dragon we can face?
What?
Because in Dragon Age, all of the big dragons are female.
Yeah, this is only a huge sized creature. It's really not that big. It's about maybe 20 feet tall, so it's only halfway tall as the door.
Wow, that makes it a lot less scary to me.
That's fair.
Well, that makes
No.
it potentially more scary.
Yeah.
This pales in comparison now. Great, we'll die to
Yay.
something
Oh,
pathetic.
yeah, good point.
You'll watch as he begins flapping,
Baby.
flapping his wings, and you'll watch as the door begins to shake, and move back and forth and back and forth. You'll hear as the bar on the other side is splintering. Uh,
Break the door. Can't wait.
I was gonna respect Otto's move of attacking a dragon, but I feel like it only made the dragon angry, so now I'm just like,
Yeah.
It's now Ruby's turn. Ruby is gone. You guys don't see Ruby.
Oh god.
Fuck.
What a coward! What a coward!
Okay, well,
So
I'm gonna
scared.
reserve that judgment for the next turn of Rubies. If we don't see her by then fuck Ruby.
And I have a very sad story for the paladins.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throws.
Bye, guys.
I suck at this.
I got like 15 hit points. I can take it.
Don't forget
You know
absorb
what?
elements, my friend.
Yeah.
Also, guess what? I also have 15 hit points since I boosted myself using heroism.
Yeah, that's a awesome deck save.
Oh boy.
Those are both failures.
You guys are great when you lasted. We're leaving your corpses.
It's okay, but I'm okay though because I'm immune to being frightened.
But would
Hey.
Omeride really leave away the 4 gold that I have in my belt?
56 damage this time.
Yeah, I am unconscious.
Alright, I'm not dead, but I am unconscious also.
Well,
Wait,
listen,
how much?
if 56 something.
I was 2 points away from being outright dead.
Wow.
Just remember, if you fail 3 saves, you get back up to 1.
That's why this is a benefit.
The secret tactic.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
That's once per day, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like playing
Russian
Tanner
roulette.
in Ultimate Werewolf.
Oh.
Exactly.
All right. So, we are now going to go back up to the top of the initiative order. Elandria, you're going to watch as the dragon once again breathes out fire. You're going to watch as the two paladins attempting to hide behind the statues. You're going to watch as they begin to try to run away as the breath is just going to rip them down and cover them in flame. You don't know if they're dead or alive as the flame just completely consumes where they were.
Well, this body seems really fragile, so I'm not gonna go back that way. Yeah, I'm gonna run as fast as hell. I'm actually going to use my action though, I think, to give me a second here. Um, 1 second, 1 second. As I'm just checking something really quickly. Yeah, kind of like reaching into like the depths of like what's left of this body and like what it used to be able to do. I'm gonna try and wild shape into a horse.
Okay, yeah, you can roll an arc history or an arcana check for me to try to do this.
They're the same, but I'm gonna say Arcana because I feel like that makes more sense.
Mhm.
Oh fuck.
No.
I'm gonna say you turn into a miniature horse, which has half the speed of a regular horse.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Going back to my regular movement speed. But now I'm a miniature horse.
You're a little bit of amalgamation too. You're not a pretty miniature horse. You have like weird facial features, a very large head.
I look like a My Little Pony.
It's bald.
um, this is so great. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm very excited by this, however, because I'm like, oh, this is new. This is interesting. And I'm going to attempt to just go my full movement 30 feet away. So now I should be 120 feet away
Sounds
from
good.
the door.
All right, next in the initiative order, let's get a death save from Avard.
Okay.
Let's see if Avard has died. That is one failed death save. Looks
I suck at death saves, so
Oh boy.
I Katie, don't die.
I
Again.
am probably. I don't think I have ever passed a death saving thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait,
Just
no.
remember,
where's your
Katie, if you
con?
roll a one,
Oh, your con doesn't go into death saves. Oh no.
they do not.
That's so upsetting and
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
They should, to be
Yeah,
honest.
my con is
Yeah.
so good. My con
Since
is like
con's used for nothing, why wouldn't it?
I think it's because
Yeah.
the initial idea was that it's supposed to be a 50-50, but it's not even 50-50 because it's a 10 or higher you succeed. That's an 11 to 9 ratio of success. So I don't even know what they were thinking.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Also, one is an automatic failure, so like that also is or
Well,
well,
one's
two
two failures.
failures.
20 is instant backup.
So,
Not great.
so, next in the initiative order, so we don't harp on Katie's possible death, so she doesn't get sad. Um, she's smiling right now, everyone. She got a smile. That's
Hey, you play
happiness.
Cerebos.
Harp on my
No,
probable death. Harp on my
I'm
probable
playing I'm playing a bard because I can't play Cerebos.
no, no,
death.
Katie. You know what you come in as?
Weird.
Gargle balls. The return.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I squish.
No, we'll make
No.
if something happens to Avard, we'll make a cool character together. Don't worry. Um, 17 would bring us to Omarine. Wow. Wow.
So I will. Um,
Meow.
I guess just.
Keep looking for
Oh
rods.
right, yeah. I'm looking for more of those control rods.
Investigation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Is that why you're laughing, Andy? It's the bottom one. It's the bottom one, but hairless on the back.
I don't.
No.
That's horrifying.
I'm scared.
No,
I'm
you continue
terrified.
to grab rods, Andrew, and each of them is like turning on the broken golems. You can't find another one of the pulled rods for these living golems. You're just kind of getting up more on our up frustrated and upset. As there's just one very proud, defiant golem
Hmm.
standing in the path as you bring more and more to the golems to life as their blue glow does glow up this cavern a bit more. As you guys see in the distance what looks like a massive slain corpse of a dragon skeleton. This one seems far more warped and kind of messed up, as it has large purple scales and black scales that kind of cover the ground around it, where it seems that its skin had fallen off over the years and years it had been sitting there. And its skull and skeleton looks like it's been kind of malleable. Malleate? I don't know how the fucking verb.
Mutilated?
No, I don't know the verb for malleable or adjective or whatever the hell it is.
Isn't that what you just said
Molded?
it was?
Malleable, molded. Thank you, molded. It is. It looks like it's been molded to an odd and weird shape, kind of like the horn has been spiraled up into three kind of separate chunks of horn, as it's just sitting there, laying like it was attacking in this battle, and then was stopped. Where you can see a large sword being held, what looks like a human skeleton holding the sword up through the dragon's skull.
Jesus. This
I'm
is the
gonna
end of
tell
a
the.
blight.
I'm gonna tell my
What'd you
golem to
say,
get that sword.
Alondra?
Oh,
I said this is the end of a blight.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Oh.
We're in the final
I'm
battle
gonna.
of blight. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
I feel like we shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna
I don't
tell
think
my.
we can fight the
Uh,
dragon either.
So you're sending your golem over to get the sword, huh?
yeah, 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 yeah.
You watch as your golem sprints by. He's going to be knocking over the broken golems, kind of throwing them aside as he's dead sprinting over. You're going to watch as he also has 80 movement speed. He's going to sprint over. He's going to grab onto that sword. He's going to pull it, ripping the skeleton of this massive dragon's head down as it crumbles around him, kind of crashing onto the ground as he pulls out the sword, and he can't run anymore, so he just stays there.
That's
Very
that's
valiant.
entirely fair. I'm going to would have telling him to do that be a bonus action or like an action, or was that just like part of just like a free
That's just
movement or
it's just him.
okay. Um, I will just since I'm that far away, I'll just still try to just bonus action hide,
All right, yeah. Roll a stealth check.
just in case that dragon does see me. That's a 16 to stealth.
You're gonna watch as the wings at the end of your turn begin flapping once more, pressing air against the massive doors. As you watch as they begin to shake, you can hear the cracking of the bar on the inside as it seems like it's beginning to splinter and fall apart. As it now goes to Claire. Claire.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna keep my shit up and just run another 50 feet.
Okay.
I don't want to be
Yay.
back here. Yep. So she's going. She can't do anything else. She's just gonna go as fast as her little legs can take her.
All right. Next in the order is going to be Feldspar. Feldspar, you will notice that
Sounds good.
two of the squishies have gone down. The Avard character and the odd man that says constantly over and over again, Michael? Whatever that name is.
Harder.
I know. I'm just saying this is from the mind of Feldspar, who doesn't give a shit.
Oh.
I have to protect. How far away are they from me?
Otto is about 80 plus 80 is 190, is 120 feet from you. Meanwhile, it seems Avard has kept a more straight and narrow path. He is only about 130 feet from you.
The auto's closer, so I'm gonna have to try to grab.
No,
him.
sorry.
Oh.
Avard is closer to you is what I was trying to say. I completely misspoke in what I was trying to say. He's only 90 feet from you.
Okay, well then I'll start to dash towards him, Ivard.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll make it, but I'm 10 feet away.
You know what Never mind, sorry. Yeah, so you start running towards him with your dash. So you'll be only about 10 feet away if you're dashing to him. Right?
Yep.
Sounds good. Auto, death save.
Two.
That's a 2.
That's one failure.
All right.
Don't worry, if I get 3 failures, that's a good thing for me. Because then
Yeah.
I get 1.
Yay. Okay.
All right. After that, it is Ruby's turn. You're going to watch as Ruby flies down. You're going to watch as a massive, in kind of holographic hand is going to appear. It is just going to pick up Cerebos up off the ground and try to scoop over using its movement to try to pick up Avard as well, but it doesn't get all the way to Avard as it's trying to scoop down. It looks like she's using magic to pick up Cerebos and Avard, but the hand's just right next to Avard before it picks him up as well. It's kind of like a little hand plow where the four fingers are kind of together and it's kind of scraping across the earth, coming towards you now with Cerebos just in it, just kind of looking around. It doesn't look like he's
Yeah.
enjoying it or hating it, but
Cute.
this is where something incredibly, possibly sad is about to happen.
No. Oh no.
I'm
Oh, no.
scared.
Oh, I think I know.
So, as this happens, you're going to watch at the end of Ruby's turn, right before the dragon's turn, as a legendary action, it's going to use its last massive winged kind of strike at this door. You're going to watch as the door swings open, smacking to both sides. You're going to watch as the dragon begins to charge forward, as it breaks in through the doors. You're going to watch as it spins its head kind of to the left, as it uses its eye to kind of look around the room. And you're going to watch as it looks down towards the floor near where Otto is. You're going to watch as the dragon dead sprints over towards and is going to make 3 bite attacks.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
Oh.
bad.
Wait, but
Well,
isn't that 3 automatic fails almost, and then you'll be back up?
No,
But
2
then
automatic
one of
fails and then 1 unconscious.
oh. If they
well,
If-
if it's a melee attack, it's
One
two
of them
fails
fails.
automatically.
I need to
Mm.
talk to Nikos really quick.
Okay, yeah,
Do you want to die in a really, really, really cool way?
I would love that.
Cool. All right, so I'm just going to say you die. All right, so what you guys are going to see is something sad, but awesome. As this creature grabs onto Otto, you're going to watch as he rips him up into the air. He's going to kind of toss him up to the air, kind of like how a lot of lizards do with their prey, kind of tossing it up. As it's going to catch on to Omari, or on the not Omari, Jesus, onto Otto. And you're going to watch as he crunches down onto Otto. As this is happening, you're going to watch as Otto's body, he wakes up and he starts to kind of stab down at the dragon's nose, stabbing his greatsword into it. You're going to watch as the dragon begins to crunch down. You're going to watch as that red kind of crystalline core of Otto shows. And then you're going to watch as that core shatters. And you're going to watch as a ripple of red crystal wraps around this massive dragon as it turns to complete red crystal glowing this area. You watch as this happens, the other desiccated half part of the corpse of Otto, crushed kind of in half by this dragon, tumbles down from the dragon's mouth and plops right onto the ground near where Avard is. The initiative ends. The dragon is a solid red crystal.
Well, that
Fuck.
happened.
As you guys kind of gather, coming back over towards Otto with the threat kind of removed for the most part from the dragon, you watch as he's kind of laying there. It seems like he still has a few moments, not for surviving, so don't try to heal him, but like last words moments.
oh no.
He kind of looks to Omarid and kind of gestures and says,
Yeah.
Omarid, come here.
Yeah, I come over.
And he hands you a folded up kind of piece of parchment, and he says, give this to someone that can read, and then he just kind of lets it fall to the ground, and
Yeah, I'll take it.
And Otto lies dead.
Is that
Well,
one
dang.
dead?
Well,
It's been a day.
Damn.
So this is what death is like then.
yeah, you did it.
Well,
Anyways, thank you, Otto. Let's keep going.
thank you for your sacrifice. Let's keep going. Okay. He's gonna become a
You
deeper.
kind of see Feldspar literally turn around and just keep walking.
Before you guys leave, if anyone would like to roll an investigation on Otto, you may.
I would not do
Yeah,
that, man.
Yeah, oh totally, I will.
I'll do that.
As you
Can
guys loot
I
his
make
corpse.
Can I make a death save?
Yeah, roll another. Unless somebody's gonna heal you. Is anyone gonna heal Cerebus?
I cannot.
Not Cerebus.
I don't have
Or
a healing
Avard?
thing.
If somebody tells me to, I will. But currently, I'm looking at Otto.
He's dead on the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna hope I don't get another one.
You got a
Ruby,
3.
Avard?
Ruby doesn't have healing
You don't
spells.
have-
She's not a healer. Ruby will
You're
say,
gonna tell me?
no, that's what she's doing right now. She's gonna say, Healer,
Okay.
please, before you loot our dead friend, can you please come over here and help out Avad?
I wasn't going to loot him. Oh, fine, fine. Yes, I can save this one. I guess I will do a third level cure wounds. Why the hell not? Actually, no, I lied. No, stop. No. Um, I'm going to give you 4d6 plus 4 temporary hit points as well. Using my druid circle feature. Rolls. So that's 10 plus 10 hit points revived, and then 4 temporary hit points in addition to that.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, as you guys continue back over towards Otto, what was your guys' investigations?
I got a
21.
21
You,
on that.
Omarid, will find what looks like a small creed. On this creed, you're going to read it as it's kind of like a little symbol, like a little metal
I can't
shield.
read. I'm sorry.
God damn it! Why do I give you the stuff that you know what? No, you get the other thing then. No, you don't get this cool thing. You get a little
Oh,
you get a little wooden griffin. It
Yay,
looks like it's
that's
been
so
carved out.
cute. Are
are
you
you
including Otto? Is this
Yes.
what?
are
You
you sure I don't get the creed?
no, because you can't read it.
I can learn.
No.
I
um,
haven't
Damn.
learned yet.
Fucking tragic.
because it doesn't look like anything interesting to you. So honestly, you'd probably just toss it to the side, and just you're kind of like going through and seeing whether there's anything important on him. Um,
That's that's fair.
as it's kind of tossed
It's
aside,
sad, but yeah.
I'm sorry you can't read, Andrew. I'm sorry you're the only one that can't read, and you get all of the written stuff given to you.
Yeah.
You're
Like
welcome.
I could have just said I know how to read, but it's not like perfect. It's just from like, oh, I remember these words like from reading. It's just like a broken reading. But no, Claire goes, "Oh, you probably don't know how to read."
Hey, and then you made it check and you
All right,
failed it. Okay, this is
Alondria,
not
I
for me.
I
you
know.
will find a little kind of shield thing that's tossed aside by Otto. It's like a little like memorable thing, and it's just pretty much looks like underneath it is like a little tiny vial filled with blood. On it, you will see this creature.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Alright, alright.
Waging
You will see in war victory, in peace vigilance, in death sacrifice.
How interesting. We can remember his memory, yes? And she'll pick up that little shield thingy.
Yeah, as you hold on to it, it feels like it had importance to him at some point. And you'll see inscribed on the backside, you will see, in this I write my last memory of my friend, the small but stout and proud Carter,
Oh,
dash Otto,
Oh.
the Grey Warden.
wow. I'll also take the phylactery.
Yeah, you have the phylactery. It feels strong
The
with
what?
magic.
I don't know if I would even know what a phylactery is, but it seems interesting, so
It
let's
does
use
seem
it.
it's attached to it, so it's already with it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's dangling a tiny little tiny little bit of a little notched vial that just kind of hangs at the bottom of this little shield. The shield's about the size of like a dragon scale almost. It's quite large. About the size of your two
I'm kind
hands.
of now I'm kind of wondering now if Carter was actually like, but he kept on thinking dwarves were Carter. I don't know. I'm
I
thinking
did say the stout and the proud.
right. Yes,
And
that's
dwarves can be Grey Wardens.
true,
Yeah.
true, true. I was just thinking this phylactery makes me feel like he must be after some. I don't know. I thought maybe Carter for a second was like a wizard that he didn't actually want to catch, and so he stole the phylactery and ran away with it and joined the Grey Wardens. Is what I was. That was what I was
Oh,
thinking at first.
well
But
you
that can't be if he's a dwarf.
not to, out of character. This is more like a joining phylactery, like the what the wardens
Yeah.
get after they join.
The little
Oh,
necklace full of blood. Yeah.
right,
Yeah. His seems to be like a badge almost more so.
I forgot about that.
Who else was rolling investigation on this boil? Anyone else? I thought Claire was.
Otto's dead body corpse.
All right, if no one else is looking over Otto as you guys get up to kind of like depart, you watch as Ruby just takes that control rod out of Omarid's hand, unless you'd like to
What?
stop her.
Yeah.
So you guys will both kind of be grasping it as she looks down at you, and she's just going to go, Dwarf, I am going to give this back, if you do not mind.
Well, you should have just asked first before grabbing it out of my hands.
She's still holding on to it as you guys look each other, kind of staring each other down.
I let go.
She'll kind of whisk it over to her side. She's going to hand it to that golem. As she hands it to the golem holding the sword, you'll watch as his eyes kind of lose the blue light, as his hand kind of crushes down on the rod, as it just kind of sinks down, standing kind of with his head kind of tipped in place. You'll watch as he drops that sword down, piercing into the earth. Um, Avard, this looks like a really cool sword, cough, cough. That's something that you could perhaps use.
Okay, I'll go. Hold on.
Ooh, it's raining out.
I'll
Yeah.
go over to the sword. I'll pick the sword up.
As you pick up the sword, it feels good. It feels light too. As you lift it up, you kind of move it around. It's a very light and large blade. It looks to be a large, like two-handed weapon. As you kind of move it around, you can kind of hold it out with a straight arm, and it still kind of holds itself in the air. And it's easily as long as you are in the blade length.
I'll just tie it to his back with his other sword.
Okay.
Holding on to it. And then he'll just be sitting next to Cerebos, waiting, giving
Sounds.
everyone time.
Cerebos is gonna stand up and is gonna go over to Otto before you guys leave, and he's just gonna kind of collapse down onto his knees on Otto, and he's just gonna, with his hands kind of in the cups, just pat Otto's back a little bit, and then stand back up and kind of hobble his way. It takes him a while to stand as it kind of like struggles with him. I'm assuming you're helping him kind of stand back up off of his knees after that as he kind of walks with you guys. And you'll see like a little tear underneath his mask kind of roll down his cheek. Um, and then you'll watch a few more and a few more, and then you'll actually hear him very lightly kind of sniffle.
Avard will start patting Cerebos's back.
You hear the metal clanking as you kind of hit the metal back.
Is there like an open shoulder area? Or
No, not anymore.
Gay is also gonna move forward to buy Otto, and she's gonna take out her tinderbox,
Mhm.
and she's going to just turn to Cerebos and go, "It's what he would have wanted," and she's going to motion to set Otto's body on fire.
Yeah.
If nobody stops her, she will.
As you're attempting to do it, you're kind of like striking a match, trying to get it lit enough to kind of light the body on fire. At this point, you're watching as Otto, whatever was holding his body together with that magic before, you're watching as it just kind of just drifting away, as his skin is starting to melt back off of the skeleton down onto the ground, as it just kind of evaporates almost as it reaches downwards. Now all that's left is the skeleton, and that little chunk of crystal that you saw earlier is completely gone, stuck up in the maw of the dragon still. And as you go to light it on fire, you're just going to see. I don't know if you're upset, if Gay is upset or not, but
She's not upset by his death. She did not know him that well.
yeah.
But if he's not going to be set on fire by ordinary means, she will sacrifice one of her torches.
Well, as you're doing it, you're gonna watch as Ruby just comes over and she's gonna put a hand on your shoulder, just kind of ushering you up and away. And she's just gonna take her fingers, she's gonna snap, and you're gonna watch as the skeleton catches a light and then burns almost into like a dust and kind of settles down to the earth. As all that really remains of him is that large great sword that just kind of sits in the ground, um, as well as a few of his different things. You'll see one of them looks to be like a helmet that he had of one of his friends, quote unquote, from the factory. Um, as you guys walk away.
Yeah,
Um,
he appreciates
bef-
that.
I was just gonna before we walk away, Omri might like try to where the like ashes are of it, just kind of like set the sword, kind of just like in the pile of ash, and then just like put the helmet up. Just kind of like take a few seconds, and then just like run back to everyone else.
Yeah, do you want to try to read your note or hand it to anyone or
Um, who do I who doesn't hate me in the group? Um,
Me? I don't hate you.
Also, I was looking over the body with you,
Yeah.
but
You
oh,
guys are
Ravine.
both thieves together.
Yeah, yeah, but whatever.
I don't think.
uh,
I think the only person that doesn't like you is Ravine.
yeah, that's a good point. I'll do. Actually, I'll ask Feldspar. I don't know if he can read either.
Roll a sleight of hand, Feldspar.
Sleight of hand.
Oh no.
Oh no, if he could have crushed the thing, never mind.
Oh shit.
If you're gonna hand it up to Feldspar, it's dependent on this sleight of hand check.
I,
Yeah,
19.
you watch as Feldspar very gently takes it and pulls out a pair of reading glasses and just kind of like tilts them on his no. Yeah.
What's this? Clue with
can,
what?
can you read that for me?
This?
Yes.
If it'll get you to further keep going to the Blight, where I'm telling everyone we should keep going towards.
Wait, you
As
want to go
I
towards the
start
Blight?
No, like to go like warn about the Blight. Is what I was saying.
I know, I was bullying you.
I gotcha. And I'm gonna start reading it out loud.
Let's have it narrated in Otto's voice.
I don't have exactly what's written on it
Now you do.
word for word. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Basically, what it says is in perfect calligraphy, in fairly fresh ink. It's everything he was told to do, and where to go by the dwarf. With was it the Death Guard, the dwarves that we encountered and then were killed
Legion of
by
the
all
Dead.
those blight. So going to find the king in Ferelden in my real handwritten notes are so poor. In is it Denerim? Is
Yes.
that the
Denerim.
capital? Denerim, good. Tell him about the blight and a demon. And one of the features that the Wanderer has um, is a that they can keep really detailed maps. So there's also included, to the best of his ability, the maps of the deep roads around where he was and general ideas of stuff, if that might be of any assistance.
Wow, that would have been useful then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should have killed Otto earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if this was the fucking Jesus Christ.
Well,
And I'm
I
sorry.
don't know how helpful it's going to be now.
Oh,
Without
it's not.
being around
Yeah.
where he was.
It's not.
Like,
Oh. Oh,
The
I thought it was.
first
Yeah.
God, he should have
the
died a couple weeks ago. I didn't say that. Well, yeah.
the the first thing that was mentioned before telling of the blight and the demon in Denerim.
Roll
What?
perception checks for me. Were you saying something, Andrew? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just asking what was the first thing that was on there before telling of the blight and the demon in
To go to
Denerim.
Denerim and speak of the Blight.
yeah,
Before that.
that's
That was it.
that was
Oh.
pretty much it. It's to find the king.
Yeah.
King Merrick, but Merrick
Oh.
is kind of King Merrick has like a question mark kind of near it. He doesn't know for sure if that's still the king or not because he's just been gone for so long.
Merrick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So let's get a bunch of perception rolls for everyone. Perception checks. Perception checks.
I.
18.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ah. My passive is higher than that.
All right. Is that everyone rolling perception?
Are all of us rolling perception,
All
or
of you are
was it
rolling
just?
perception. Everybody,
Oh,
everybody,
okay.
Oh, my
everybody.
bad.
Except for Feldspar.
No, I'm not rolling.
You'll understand why. Nikos, that's mean.
What? Why is it mean?
Nico said he did more in life than or in death than Omori did in life.
Oh.
I laugh because I know it applies to my character too.
Oh yeah, it's the dwarves. You gotta change it to the dwarves did in life.
Oh, I feel like
I mean,
Otto
he
did a lot in
he
life.
killed a whole
in life.
dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really fair. All Omer's really done is just kind of like, just uh, force people to pay money or kill people to pay money.
All right, so let's check out these perception checks. Everyone typing them into the chat, the game chat for me. 19, 18. All right, so the two low rollers. You got nothing for me. Nothing that's gonna really. You guys are focused on keeping Cerebos up. Gaia's kind of like just kind of getting ready for the forward trip. But Alandria and Omerid, more so Alandria at first, and then Omerid, you smell something weird as well. Alandria, you smell what seems to be air that is separate from like the air would be in here, like kind of an air path, like a little air tunnel kind of going past your nose. Same with you, Omarid. It seems like a more kind of like fresh-ish smell is kind of coming from farther towards the end of this like path.
Oh,
Is that a draft?
I that's something. Yeah, it smells fresh.
After you guys smell, the rest of you who have sniffers can also begin to smell. That you guys begin to smell this like fresh air as well.
Ha ha.
Mm.
Feldspar can't smell.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
And Bard just
Wow,
start.
God, really sad. Oh, I wish I could smell. All I can do is not eat and not need to worry too much about sleep and not need to
Okay,
worry too
bud.
much about
Alright.
drinking
I
and
can't
not need
move
to
Nick
worry too
in
much
this,
about
and this is
diseases and not need to worry
upsetting.
about
Yay!
Oof.
Oh no. No.
Oh, what the?
Listen, I'll take not smelling with uh for not
I'm.
needing to eat
I know.
any day.
Oh my god.
You and
Stop. Oh my god. Are we all here now?
Yes.
can a bard start going in a direction of where it is?
Roll survival checks, all of you. This time, Snowflare still can't roll because you can't smell it.
I love
All
survival.
of us roll survival.
Yeah, except for Feldspar.
Yay.
Fuck. Why am
It's
I
gonna be
rolling?
poisonous in your
Oh, this
perception.
is all Claire. Claire, Jesus Christ, you can smell the outside, the fresh, the good stuff, not this deep bullshit. You smell like grass and maybe it's snow again, but fuck it, if it's not the snow that's here, it's better than where you are.
She's heading that direction.
Yeah, as you guys make your way, kind of pushing, making your way to the outside. This is going to be the end of the day, just saying hours wise. So those of you who didn't drink, take that exhaustion point. Those of you who need to make a con save, make a con save.
Do I? No, I
Do I
don't.
need to make the con save, or did
Yep.
I need to do that?
Nope, that's
Whoop.
now. That's now.
I
Oh,
got it.
okay,
Am I
good.
making it?
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Alondria, wait, what you did you drink?
I did.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, Cerebos needs to
Mm.
make a roll, I think.
Yes, Cerebos
Yeah,
needs
roll
to
for
make a
Cerebos for me, Katie.
Mm.
Sig Sig, you are fine.
Nice.
Wow, I'm so glad Sig is good.
Cock and
Yeah,
balls.
that was
That
very
check was
weird.
Good that.
sponsored by Sig Pop.
Good that.
Sig Soda.
You know why he's okay? Because he got Sig Pop.
I am going to be happy to live in my blissful ignorance of everything that happens in your Star Wars.
14. 14.
I want you guys to make sure that after every session, once you're all on campus together, that you don't let Claire live without hearing stuff about Wild Space. To kill Claire with Wild
Oh,
Space.
yeah.
You don't understand. Me and Nikos live in the same hall as her.
I'm
It's
going to
true.
jump.
I'm an RA.
Oh,
I can
no.
post things on our boards about it. I can do whatever.
Oh my god.
Nikos will tell me what our hall is, and I'll slip notes of different sessions
Yes.
under her
You're gonna make
her
me
floor.
jump from at least the second story window.
All right.
Yay.
So Cerebos has 1 exhaustion point.
Yay.
Um,
From smelling.
Avard has 1 exhaustion point.
What?
Oh, that
How'd you
was.
get exhaustion
Wait,
points?
Avard also has to make a. No, Avard, you just get an exhaustion point
No.
because you drank
Yeah.
no water.
Oh, okay.
Can
That's how you guys got exhaustion points.
Yeah, we got it from smelling. You're right.
Yeah, at least you guys can
So,
smell.
Claire, as you begin to run, almost grabbing at the earth, kind of like just paddle running out to try to find this. Huh?
She's at least jogging, yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of like
Everyone
just.
else undignified.
Yeah,
Says
if
already.
Okay.
that's so fair. I just assumed the outside was just life at this point.
Well, the outside has not been nice so far.
That's fair. As you guys burst out from this cave, you will see the outside. This outside is not blocked by a cliff in the distance. You can see as the moon sits up in the sky as pitch black. As you guys run around the first, so the exit of this cavern where you guys were in, it's like that little kind of like fork to the left and the right where it wraps around to this other large sheet of stone, kind of around to the other side of it. On the other side of this sheet of stone is these 2 exits from this kind of like almost nose slit in this cave that goes outside. As you reach the outside, you will see what looks like a heavy military encampment has been set right in front of this exit. You can see what looks like 3 catapults have been set up, and you see fires burning from fire pits. Tents have been set up, and you see what looks like a legion of about easily 80 human soldiers are lined up, about ready to holding their hands up to fire these catapults. And you watch as one of the commanders in the front goes, "Stop!" And that's where we're going to end session.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Woo!
Oh my god. I don't. So
Looks
maybe
like
okay.
Nikos has a good character introduction area.
Yeah, we'll see. I have a couple ideas for what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll talk with Ty.
Also,
I'll message him tonight and
Yeah.
figure some stuff out.
I feel like if Otto was still alive, his appearance would probably further the sketch that we're probably gonna get from these humans.
Listen,
Most likely.
That
here's the
he's not
deal.
wearing clothes.
And I'm very slimy.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Otto was never making it out of those caves. He didn't
Aw,
want to.
I had faith in him.
But also, that was such a cool death.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I loved it.
it was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Look at
Just
that.
crunching that crystal like a peanut shell and turning the dragon into solid crystal. Just.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mwah. Beautiful.
All right, let's get a good PP boy exit, Andrew.
As
Sayonara.
PP Boy says. Yeah.
As Pika Boy says.
Arrivederci.
Now I just got to figure out how to end the stream again.
Ooh,
Oh,
we're stuck
PP
in
Boy
ad
will
cycle.